and we're streaming.
What?
I was like, I can't build this.
I can already tell the vibe is tired.
I've delayed us so much already.
Fucking called me.
But yeah, let's do this, friends. Two probably more streams for Lily's route, though. Let's be honest.
Oh my god, we're so
What if we
Kinda
go
sucks
fast for
sometimes,
once?
So, huh?
What if we
Marak,
go faster once?
lead.
God
Oh wait,
forbid.
no, priest, lead the way.
Priest lead the way. We have
what it would
8 scenes left, plus sort of.
Sort of.
All
Yeah,
right, come
even
on,
at our
let's-
record pace, that's two.
No, we can do it. We got
Yeah,
Our
let's
record pace
stop
is
talking
10
and go.
10 scenes.
Oh,
on
I
a
thought it
single
was
stream.
6.
No,
Watch
it was
it.
10. And it wasn't even a particularly long stream. That was the funny part. Out and about.
like-
Let's do this.
Who had a genie in a bottle for that?
Whoa,
Us.
10 scenes. I barely know her. No, what happened? That record was when everyone, like, mid Rin's route, when everyone actually started getting invested in the game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Really picked up. No man nor woman is dressed in anything but their finest, their formality only matched by that of their surrounding. Rich red wallpaper adorns the walls as the city lights far below flickering glow.
Oh, hi, CD, by the way. I think I might have mentioned that, but I can't remember now.
Did you forget to text Pumpkin?
I did forget to text Pumpkin. Thank you.
Huzzah!
I feel like you should remember at this point.
Me and remembering.
It's a bingo
don't
board
go
if we
together.
don't. So
Ian
Combined with
broke
the
up
am-
years ago.
Sorry. You're good. Combined with the ambient hum of quiet speech and the high-pitched clattering of cutlery and wine glasses, the mood is very formal, yet relaxed enough for me not to feel too uptight despite this being our first real date. Once we get seated, our waiter leaves to attend to the others, with a quick bow, after an appreciative nod from Lily.
Oh my god! I was tapping the enter key again. Fuck, I was just playing Higurashi a couple hours before this.
Far from depending on my help, Lily's managed to navigate herself around surprisingly easy so far. Despite the unfamiliar environment, a light brush here and there, and she's generally quite deft at orienting herself as needed.
Is she wearing a Chinese dress?
Maybe.
I think so. It was always
Oh,
so
it's
weird
okay.
to me because of.
I
It'll
mean,
make it
look,
sense.
all I'm gonna say is red dress, sick as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it's so not Lily.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I don't
My
know
eyes
why,
love red as
because
her color.
you guys said red dress, and I started thinking of a song, but the song I was
Right.
thinking of uses the lyric black dress and not red dress. So it was
colored dress.
I think you're
colored
going insane.
dress.
My eyes look to Lily's. I can tell from her face that she's listening to her surroundings just as hard as I'm looking. Though truth be told, my eyes are lingering on her each time they sweep across the room. The red, cheongsam she's wearing accentuates her figure very well and shows off her legs. Even her hair is done up and the scent of perfume is just noticeable. While my black suit may be a rental, I managed to select an appropriate one. It feels surprisingly comfortable considering I've so rarely worn one, and fits the setting just as well as Lily's attire.
I guess it's a new experience for both of us now.
She turns somewhat sheepish.
Never come to a place such as this before. Oh. I've never come to a place such as this before, no.
One hell of a first date, that's for sure. It's gonna be pretty hard for me to top this.
A small giggle. Even now, our nervousness is dissipating. Her hand skates along the center of the table until it touches the menu, which she takes in both hands and brings to her face.
CD, I can't believe you picked up on that. Like, it took me at least 3 playthroughs to notice.
Huh? What did you notice?
Don't worry, it's
Say
a
it.
joke.
I can't even open up the Twitch chat and see what it is because I hadn't joined yet. Fuck.
This is what CD said. Guys, the red dress is a very subtle reference to the track name Red Velvet. Only an extreme Katawa Shoujo fan like me would catch such an amazing detail.
Oh. Ooh.
Damn, he got you.
Hisao.
As she lowers the beige laminated sheet just below her eyes, I can see another sheepish look. I doubt asking the waiter for a menu in Braille would be productive.
I can read it out for you, no problem.
I take mine and give it a quick read, my small grin faltering.
Perhaps there is.
What's wrong?
There are quite a few items on here, and I'm not completely sure how to pronounce a couple of them.
One fine cuisine after another is listed. Most may be in Japanese, but a few are in English and French. I guess it's to be expected, but I have no idea what's in some of these. Oh, this one I recognize. Wait, hang on.
You can cook that?
A small giggle of amusement comes from behind the paper sheet.
Well, I could read them all out, but it'd take a few hours.
Is there anything with some kind of fish in it?
Let's see.
No. Aren't those poisonous? No. They eat that stuff? No. Ah, here we go.
The tuna salad seems to be a good bet. From the picture, I bet it'd be pretty filling as well.
It seems to be a reasonably safe option.
Let's order two then. I'm pretty sure a couple of these dishes are from poisonous animals I've had deadly run-ins for now. I've had enough deadly run-ins for now.
Wait, I'm lost. Is he gasping at the tuna salad or what?
Tuna's poisonous, didn't you know?
No, it's probably got stuff like, oh, I don't know, sea urchin or like catfish or something like that on there.
Oh,
Catfish is poisonous.
Or is it lionfish? It might be lionfish.
Lionfish is
Yes.
definitely
Okay,
poisonous.
lionfish.
Those fuckers are deadly.
What's the other one that's like hella deadly that you can get? in
Stonefish?
Japan? Huh?
Stonefish?
Pufferfish?
Oh,
Fugu?
pufferfish, that's another one.
koi?
Fugu.
Koi's
Koi are
not-
not fucking poisonous.
Koi's not poisonous, they're just invasive. And they usually...
That's why they keep them in ponds, right? Because you can't eat them.
Yeah, they're contained. Like, you only contain dangerous things
They contaminate any source of water they make contact with.
with their koi cooties.
Boy, cooties.
The coities.
the kois.
Lily maintains a smile. There's a distinct lack of laughter. Black humor mustn't be her cup of tea. Though to be honest, I don't find it exceedingly funny either.
Oh, she would hate us.
Good luck, Pumpkin. Yeah, we were just talking about scheduling, and basically everyone here has final shenanigans, so we're not gonna be able to schedule a bunch of the stuff we usually do this week.
It's over for us.
Just so you know, all of the Empire's gang will be passing away by the end of finals week.
You know it.
Maybe we'll finish the game before then, but
I didn't sign up for this. What the fuck?
I don't even have finals. I'm just doing a bit.
Is this some sort of Kool-Aid situation? What are we talking about here?
Finals.
Finals week. Pumpkin mentioned finals sucking, and I was doing a bit. Here lies Kane. He never scored.
No. No. Say it isn't so.
There's certainly quite a few interesting smells wafting about. The same is true of the sights, I assume.
I've never been anywhere quite like this. A fancy Japanese tea house on an occasion or two, but never anything this lavish nor European in styling.
Before another word can be said, a portly waiter in a distressingly tight vest appears at our table to take our orders.
Well then... What? Proven Kaltuna Salade Nikoise. Please, do.
Alright.
I'm jumping. Like, I don't know what the fuck... Whatever.
What the fuck did you
I
just say
love
to me?
it. I love it when I just see accent marks on a letter, and I was like, I immediately give up. But I think that's the same version of. No, I don't think it is. Never mind.
Nikoi.
I hope I didn't mess up the pronunciation of that too badly. Even if I did, he doesn't show it.
May I have a glass glass of the Chardonnay, please, Hisao.
That's not legal. Is it?
No.
In some countries it is. I don't know about
It's
Japan.
not. Japan's drinking age is 20, and these two are not 20.
Did we fucking leave Japan at some point? Are we in Scotland right now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, the same.
As the waiter nods and leaves, I suddenly realize what I said by absent-mindedly mimicking Lily's answer. I regret it pretty quickly.
Alcohol.
Only a bit.
This girl has an odd propensity to getting hooked on things, I swear.
Amen.
Surprising that they didn't ask for identification.
Breach, brother.
Then again, I guess we both do look mature for our age.
Are you sure about that? I'll have to take your word for it. I'll add that this isn't what I'd call the type of place to ask such things, though.
That's a crime. We're talking about committing crime here. They're willingly giving alcohol to minors. I don't think you can just brush that aside by saying this isn't the type of place to ask for stuff like that. Fucking.
I think the assumption being that if you have enough money to go to a place like this, you're probably old enough to have alcohol.
Or old enough to pay off whoever's gonna deal with it.
Yeah, that's a
Or
suit
rich
on your
enough.
hand.
Fuck.
Good point. No, it's not, but we're gonna pretend like it is.
We both relax a little into our seats, trying to take our minds off the choking formality of the surroundings.
Okay, I just realized
couple
that it's like
seconds ago-
really dark in my room, and I think I need to go turn the light on.
A couple seconds ago, we said it was relaxed. What the fuck? Choking formality. I think Hisao's just having this drunk. Like, what? Where's... I don't know, man.
Nons, James, Hames, names. James, Nons, Bavin, a stunk.
Okay.
As soon as we do, the same waiter reappears at our table with 2 empty glasses and a bottle, the contents of which are quickly and professionally poured into the former. We both nod politely as he leaves, Lily taking her glass and gently moving it from side to side. The liquid inside glistens as it moves around in the glass, and I have to admit, it makes me a little less regretful for ordering the same.
I think it's supposed to be white wine, but it looks like Mountain Dew. Like, I guess white wine sort of does have like a tinge of yellow or green to it, but still, it's very, very
I
Mountain
actually
Dew.
just
Swamp
looked
juice.
up a picture of Chardonnay, and it's a little bit of a lighter shade of yellow than that, but it is also set against a purple backdrop, so I might be willing to give him a pass for that.
No, I am. It's just the specific set of circumstances is very Mountain Dewy. Like how a lot of people think Sprite is green.
Hmm.
Line.
Oh, you finished that? Oh.
Yeah. I guess it must take effort to judge how the liquid inside is acting based only on its center of balance. Maybe it's like her origami, taking every little chance to practice her dexterity.
I guess I'm not surprised that you know about a place like this. Those who have money would, I suppose.
This reminds me of just how completely different our upbringings were. In Yamaku, it's easy to forget about social and economic disparity between students all wearing the same uniforms, living in the same dormitory.
Well, Akira was the one to tell me of it. She's come here before, apparently.
So that's why they were conspiring about. That's what they were conspiring about on Friday.
And you chastised me for cheating?
That's not cheating, it's simply making use of personal contacts.
If you say so. Still, I get the feeling you're more familiar with this kind of stuff than I am. Restaurant, not stuff. My inner Shiki kicked in.
My inner Shiki kicked.
She pauses a moment, a wistful look on her face, before softly smiling. The compliment seems to brighten her mood.
You can thank my former school for that. If I were to appear any less, they'd be gravely disappointed.
She has mentioned her previous schooling before, but now I'm kind of curious. She seems to think a lot about her past, so I don't see any problem in asking.
What was that?
It was prestigious all girls and Catholic.
Ew.
Catholic
Yeah, no, right?
in Japan.
I mean, possible.
Never.
Not that it's not possible.
Or
it just
it could be before Yamaku and she was not in Japan. Because I don't think she was
Or-
born in Japan. She just spent.
no.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
but
sure
I think
she
they said
said
around
she's lived
11.
in Japan her whole life.
I
And
think
it's
around
not like
11
it's
is...
not like Christianity isn't in Japan, but I don't think they make as big of a deal about religion to begin with.
Lily was 12 when her parents left her and Akira in Japan,
Yeah.
according to the wiki.
Okay. Well,
But this was
we'll
in
say
middle school.
the Catholic school was in Scotland then, and I'll give them the pass.
It's probably just a culture shock thing that the writers forgot about.
I like the trivia on the wiki. Lily shows a discreet liking for alcohol.
A bit of underage drinking here, a bit of underage drinking there.
And a little bit of underage drinking here. It was a prestigious all-girls and Catholic. These facts made my parents choose it for me. Many wealthy families sent their daughters there.
From how it sounds, life there must have been pretty strict.
I wouldn't say it was a bad experience, but you're quite right. It was very strict. Thankfully, I managed to adapt well enough and make a number of friends. Literally the Oya confidant all over again. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for my sister. She found the atmosphere and religious aspect suffocating and ended up leaving for a job as soon as she was able to.
She gives a small self-deprecating chuckle.
I shouldn't complain about it, though. Not many even have the chance to go to such a school.
I think most people wouldn't want the chance to go to such a school, but I digress. Do you resent your parents for sending you there, then leaving?
She gently shakes her head.
My family is highly patriarchal. My father, business always on his mind, was entirely lost as to what to do with me. In the end, he made the decision that my education was of higher priority than staying with the family. He simply did what he thought was best.
To say such things so easily. What an unbelievable girl. That said, I'm a little surprised she doesn't think blindness played any part at all. Or maybe I'm being too harsh on her family.
You're too kind-hearted, you know that? Most would hate their parents for something like that.
Well, some do.
Oblivious to my raised eyebrow, she takes a sip from her glass. The wine slips down effortlessly, her fondness for it evidently helping her deal with the flavor of alcohol. I can't say the same goes for me.
What of yourself? What was your schooling like?
Mine. Let's see. I went to high school. It was a fairly normal public school. I suppose maybe a bit busier than the norm. I did quite well in class and played in soccer club. Since I am an only child and my parents both worked a lot, I wasted most of my free time and money at the arcade with my 3 friends. Sorry, it just like, for some reason, as he named names, my brain did like a double take.
I
Yeah.
wondered if that was what was happening.
You know people? Like,
You
Like,
can
he
name
hasn't
them? I wasn't
mentioned any
expecting
of
to
these
name them.
people before.
No matter how much I played, though, I never did manage to beat Mai at any of those machines. Even Takumi and Sheen lost her whenever they tried. Sheen. Sorry, like Charlie Sheen.
oh, I was thinking Sheen from like fucking Jimmy Neutron.
No, that is
Yes, that is Charlie
That is
Sheen.
how you would spell
Oh,
it.
shit. I didn't know his first name was Charlie.
Then I'd be left trying to be the responsible adult when Shin and Mai fought. Again.
I think it would be Sheen though, like with Japanese phonetics.
It would. Just the 4 of us, aimlessly enjoying our childhood. Those were some pretty silly times.
Pretty silly times.
I catch myself as I realize that I'm starting to zone out. The days of my own.
Sorry, keep going. I was gonna make a joke. You were
The
just a
days
bunch of fuckers. We were just a bunch of
Keep going.
goofy, silly
Fun, fun.
guys.
This is why we can't get anywhere in these games.
It's
The
alright, it's
days,
usually Whiskers.
the days of my old school disappearing to the night sky and bright city lights outside the window. Lily's face is an odd mixture of curiosity and sympathy. Given her strict schooling, I suppose something like this would seem an interesting contrast to the only life she's known.
Sounds like your previous school was a lot of fun.
I'm not really sure how much of it is nostalgia, but there are some nice memories here and there. That's in the past, though. I can't go back there now, but through my accident, I found a new life I'd never have imagined leading. The peace and calm of Yamakyu, and a new direction for my future in science. The friendship of Misha, Shizune, and Hanako, and most of all, you. Reused
Why
art.
is she like weirdly just touching his nose?
Oh, there's a little bit of stuff on my screen. I was like, does he have a mole on his nose? How would I not?
She gives a deep, genuine smile as she moves her hands towards me, her fingers just lightly searching out my face before softly caressing my cheek.
Yeah, this is off topic, but now imagining a single CG with Hisao having a double chin. Just an author that didn't, one artist that didn't like him.
It's like, I'm just gonna sneak this in there.
Also, I
Yeah.
think I commented on it the first time that we saw the CG, but his ears are whack.
Yeah,
I should probably go mark off brand new art style, because Lily... That
No, it's the
earlier
same
one
art
with
style we've seen.
Lily's... No, not this
Oh, you
one.
have that one.
The earlier one with Lily.
Right.
Her hand reluctantly retreats after a second of warm silence, as we notice the waiter arriving with her meal. Lily does a deft job covering her condition, except for the fact that her nod to him is slightly misaligned due to his silence. She really seems to work hard at appearing as normal as possible in public. While I noticed it long ago, I still can't quite gauge whether it's a want to not be treated differently, a slight sense of vanity, or some mixture of both.
God dang it. I pressed the wrong button.
What the
Addition-
fuck? What is that thing?
why is there half an egg in it?
Salad.
It's more of like a quarter of an egg.
You're right. It looks like 2/4 of
That
an
does
egg.
not look like fucking tuna salad. I don't know what tuna salad they're
What the
serving
hell
up
is the
here.
tuna?
Where the hell is the salad? Oh, I guess there's lettuce.
It looks
in
like there's
It's
just like
weird.
Brussels sprouts beneath it.
No. Where is the tuna?
Okay, wait, it was a tuna nikoi salad or something, right?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
I'll look it up to the best of my memory because I said it out loud.
Actually, the pictures do seem pretty. Here, I'll just. Where's this picture? Give me 1 minute.
Oh, what the
I'm putting
fuck?
this in Leo's den.
Oh, I see what you mean. That actually is very close to what it looks like.
There we go.
Okay.
So,
Dickens.
it is
Oh,
food.
wow, yeah, that,
I guess we're just uncultured.
Yeah, I think
not
we're just
rich.
uncultured.
So there's tomatoes. There really doesn't appear to be a lot of tuna, but I guess there's like little pieces of pink meat here and there that are supposed to be tuna, and then eggs. Just eggs.
Just egg.
Just Monica.
Protein.
I gently open the door.
Yeah.
The dish served lives up to the salad name. Okay. And the portions pleasantly large, with sliced eggs and tomato. It looks very enticing indeed.
The served is redundant, which I think is
I
what
was-
tripped you up.
Lives up to the salad name. That can't just say it lives up to a name that's just like a broad term. What the
No,
fuck?
shouldn't there be like an apostrophe S, like the salad's name?
No,
The
like,
salad name.
the salad, like, it deserves the name salad.
The true name of salad.
Yeah. It's generally, you use that statement as, like, a family lineage and not food.
Yeah.
No, now that you mention it,
And not
yeah,
something
but
as
what the
simple as
fuck?
salad.
Why would you? What? It's something about the phrasing on that feels so awkward.
He
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dish served lives up to the salad.
Makes me proud.
Okay,
son.
whatever. I give up.
Salad number
Salads are supposed to be an appetizer, aren't they?
Oh, they can be an entree.
one. If you're putting tuna on it, then
I got a handful of restaurants to visit when I get back home.
So, I was gonna say same, but my family moved while I was out.
Fuck.
oh no,
You're
Maybe
trapped.
take-
maybe one day.
Lily takes her knife in one hand and fork in the other, quickly getting to work on the dish as I do. It's later than we usually have dinner, so we're both eager to dig in. My cautious skewering of leaves and vaguely meat-like squares with my fork is matched by Lily's silent and measured prodding and chewing.
Vaguely meat-like?
I mean, it is meat.
I guess the statement is not wrong, but it underlies a different appearance of meat than I think is actually being. Fuck it, whatever occurs. I don't care. We know the game sucks at describing things. Or the narrator, I guess.
Do you think they like just Googled fancy food, or do you think this is like the last thing the person ate before writing this scene?
I mean, I've never had
That was
salade
very good, yeah.
de Corsoy or whatever the hell it was.
An occasional tap around the sides of a piece of food to work out its edges is the only giveaway to her lack of sight.
Probably they Googled it.
They probably Googled it, yeah.
Fancy French dishes.
I'm done with
this
my
one
meal.
sounds good.
That's just not what you said. I'm done with my meal in a little time. Lily taking the last few bites as I sit observing her.
Finished, Hisao?
Yes, it was pretty nice.
Let's just not think about it, CD. Head empty.
That much is very true. I never thought a simple salad could be so tasty and filling. But then again, I suppose that's why it costs so much to eat here.
That did not look simple at
Fuck,
all.
I pressed enter again.
Content with my appraisal, and evidently agreeing, Lily gives a small nod.
Wait, was that last line spoken?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, whatever. That I wouldn't call that an appraisal. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I don't know. I'm getting too hung up on this game's dialogue. Let's just continue.
I'm gonna start going to restaurants, and every time I meet a meal, I'm gonna appraise it and give an exact value of what it's truly. Like,
Of what
yeah,
it's
it's
what?
worth. Like, yeah,
Uh,
sure, I paid $8 for this burger, but I'd say personally this burger is probably worth about $5.57. That's my appraisal, at least.
You know, given that you're part foreign, exotic looking, and you're quite pretty, there should be another fucking comma there. I'm surprised that nobody's ever confessed to you before.
Do we really want to get into the Oxford comma debate tonight?
No.
Alright,
Yes,
good,
when
we'll move
Hisao
on.
seems to care so much.
You're assuming nobody did.
The simple statement takes me off guard. I shouldn't be surprised, given that I was complimenting her just moments before.
Really? Considering your appearance.
I've received several confessions, both in the school and my previous one. Adolescence is a funny time.
She's kind of talking as if she's above it herself.
Oh, how easily you say such a thing.
Yeah, because no one want your dumbass Hisao.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Lily looks surprised for a moment before a playful smirk covers her face.
Wait, what? Didn't... This game started with Hisao getting confessed to.
Yeah, the one
We're gonna
person,
ignore
I
that.
guess. Is that jealousy?
What? No, it isn't.
Maybe it was a heart attack that turned him into such a bitch.
I somehow doubt it.
His issues were too deep-seated
I
to
think
be caused
Iwanako
by a
just had,
simple
like,
heart attack.
I think Iwanako just had, like, rock-bottom standards.
I think it was more of a pity confession.
Well, no one else will go out with you. Hisao?
It's like I feel bad for him.
I've like
Oh,
seen
Wanako
you every
lost
now and
his
then. It could be, yeah.
You're a bad liar, Hisao. You should take that into account. Then again, I do appreciate how sincere you are, even if you don't intend to be sometimes. I think your honesty will always serve you well in dealing with others.
I clear my throat in mock disapproval of this whole business and try to steer the conversation elsewhere.
To tell the truth, though, I do prefer solitude to being surrounded by others. I don't think I could maintain a good social circle like you do.
She contemplates this for a moment.
I don't think that's true either. I've seen our gentlemen carrying on Hanako. You get on marvelously well with others, even those whom you hardly know. I think you're quite adept at social situations. But on that note, what of your confessions, Hisao? I'm sure someone like you must have had at least one admirer.
Fucking called it.
As I open my mouth to speak, I can feel my face turn slightly dour. At times like this, I secretly appreciate the fact that she can't see my expression. I'm glad you're blind!
Just clip I'm glad you're blind. That's the whole thing. Like, don't even clip anything else. Just like
Context
silence
denied.
before and silence after.
I just want to go back and comment on the fact that in the list of new friends that Hisao had made, Kenji was not there.
Alright, where's the
All is
fucking
well
Kenji?
in the world.
We've got a Kenji slander. Kenji disrespect. I'm marking that one
It
off.
always finds a way, even if we haven't seen him this entire route. Almost this entire route.
Just one. Her name was Iwanako.
That's not what you said that.
It was when she confessed to me that I had my heart attack. There in the woods during winter.
I just imagine like Lily just
Starts waxing,
Chuckling.
waxing poetic
Breakdancing.
all of a sudden.
Oh no, I was gonna say she just starts like laughing hysterically.
Ah, what a bitch, Hisao.
That's what set you off.
That's to you. You weak son of a gun.
You couldn't, your heart couldn't even take one simple confession.
Pathetic. Lily
Weak
finds
ass
herself-
bitch.
No bitches.
What is the
Lily
word I'm
Hisao,
looking
you're
for?
so bitchless you couldn't even get confessed to without having a heart attack.
Dude, we're on a literal date right now.
I don't want to be anymore, you loser.
Oh, Jesus!
Neutral ending.
Just slaps him in the face and leaves.
Gets up and leaves.
Gets up,
You can
tries to
take
slap
care
in
of
the
the
face.
bill, right, Hisao?
You are an isekai protagonist who just stayed on Earth.
Wow, that's a surprisingly harsh dig,
Yeah.
given the history of isekai protagonists.
Lily finds herself speechless, not expecting for the topic to move into such an area.
Oh god, CD's going tsundere for Kenji. He might revert back to his old ways. We must be careful.
Kill him.
My condition has always been something of concern for her. Something that I strive to minimize despite my body's best efforts to the contrary.
I think you should be more concerned, Hisao. But that's just me.
Afterwards, she visited me for a while when I was in the hospital. For weeks, she came in and talked. It was usually just small talk or classroom gossip, but that was enough. But eventually, she just stopped coming. She was there every day, then every other day, and once a week. And finally, one day, she just stopped visiting entirely.
Did you ever see her again?
She died.
She also had a heart
Oh, is this
Aw,
important?
sweet. It's time for a stupid Discord poll.
It's a shame that it's
Oh,
no
heck yeah.
longer on the bingo.
What?
Shit.
God damn it.
By the way, this
Wow.
choice is absolutely important.
Oh fuck shit balls.
As in, if we don't choose the right thing, we will get the bad ending.
What's the bottom one again?
Actually, hold on. No, yeah, we will get
Yeah,
the bad ending.
close off of it.
Off the subject, mention the letter.
Wait a minute. That's proper Japanese. This letter.
Can I see the context again? I have forgotten.
For gore.
Okay.
This
Got it.
chair.
Alright, I'll go ahead and mark off the Tsukihime reference.
We already made one earlier.
When?
I
Oh,
talked
the
about
inner
my inner
Shiki,
Shiki.
yeah. I kind of
Okay,
I forgot about that. God, I hope we can get a clip of Priest just saying, "I'm glad you're blind."
Has anybody else here played Darkest Dungeon?
A
Yes,
little
actually.
bit.
God damn it, this game is hard. Fuck.
It is, yeah. It is a bastard game, well and truly.
I thought everything was going well, and then my healer dies, and now I'm fucked.
Yeah, your sanity's gonna drop to the bottom.
And it's just a couple of pigs. Like, what's the big deal?
All right, have we finished the Discord poll?
I think so.
Looks like
Looks pretty finished.
mentioning the letter.
Who votes? Is it like pumpkin or something? Who voted that? Just Priest.
Crazy.
I just want to be contrarian.
Yeah, I kind of figured that at this point.
Wait, I've got it.
Standing up for the little guy, even though it's wrong.
That is not what.
Standing up for the little guy.
Are you shitting me? My healer is on. Okay, hold on. My healer is on 0 health, right? And it's the one healer that does a range from 0 to like 17, and he rolled a 0. You bastard.
Oh my God, we got it, guys.
What?
We got a clip. Oh,
Wait.
maybe not.
We didn't?
Hey, frick.
We are attempting to crip Caprese.
Peter Syndrome has Down Griffin?
Oh,
Do I have Down Griffin?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How would you know?
Oh yeah, cause there's a series of clips on my Twitch channel called the Caprese Chronicles, but he spells Chronicles with a K instead of a C.
Mortal Kombat style.
I was just about to say that.
The memory of that single letter Wanako sent me comes back to my mind.
Never saw her again. But after I was sent to Yamaku, she wrote me one letter.
Son
What was
of
the
a
letter
Dino
L?
Nuggy?
What the fuck?
Whiskers what?
I saw CD using replacement curse words, and so I came up.
You
with
brought
more.
in Dino Nuggies.
Son of a dino nugget.
Honestly, I might steal that.
It's fun. I love it.
Line.
I'll try that real quick, CD.
Lily's face shows an expression I know well. I've piqued her interest. I'd be slightly offended that it's simply a matter of curiosity for her, but she's never been very good at masking her reactions.
Probably because she can't see her own face. Not that anyone else can, but the other people's face. Anyway, in hindsight, it didn't really say much. What was going on in my old class, how she was faring, and almost as an afterthought that it would be probably best if the both of us didn't see each other again. After reading it, I'd ended up reasserting a lot of things I thought I'd managed to work out. For the most part, that letter reminded me that the world around me was still moving, and just how much I'd become isolated from it. And I guess it also reminded me of what I lost.
My boo. She gives the information some thought before her face lightens up in realization.
She was my everything girl.
Okay.
It all
Late
started the
response.
day Wanako died. She was the love of my life.
My heart. I loved her.
My
My
I
eye.
loved it.
I love though.
No doubt she's worked out that it was this letter which had contributed to my angst during that lunch on the rooftop.
I did seriously just reference that scene.
It's a rare sight to see Lily quite so lost for words. Her entire persona is a little deflated from her
Shut up.
rapid mix-up.
Persona.
As charismatic as she is, in the end, that isn't any replacement for life or relationship experience.
What the f-
Perhaps it's better she sent it than not.
How the fuck do you think that?
It can be difficult to work out how best to communicate with those you haven't met in a long time. All the more so, considering your separate situations. Instead of doing what was easiest, she built up the courage to talk to you one last time. Not only for her sake, but, from how it sounds, for yours as well.
Maybe. I don't hate her for it. Not that I ever really did, but I don't know.
Probably a more non-committal answer than I should give, but it isn't without cause. I've never looked at the situation from a Wanako's perspective like that before. Seconds pass in silence before Lily speaks again.
Agreed.
I have considered this is a problem, Hisao.
Moving to Yamaku must have been hard for you. Having your friends and even your girlfriend taken away from you for no fault of your own. I'm not sure they were ever
Yeah, they didn't.
a couple.
He didn't get to say yes.
The worst of it passed while I was in the hospital. When all that surrounds you is 4 white walls and a small television, your mind takes on a life of its own.
Another unfamiliar ceiling.
Was that Evangelion?
That was
No,
Evangelion.
I
Haha,
really
yes!
thought that was
Oh my god! Marak gets my Ava references now!
I thought that was Tsukihime, not gonna lie.
We
I
are
did
in
too
Act
for a
4,
second,
yes.
but then I was like, no, it's not.
No,
I can
No,
also
that's
mark
wrong.
off a blank. Oh, wait, is that blank reference?
No, that's wrong.
I don't even remember. Isn't it a Danganronpa reference?
Yes.
Yes.
That's just an Empire's reference now. Just so you guys know.
Yo, that's wrong.
Yeah.
What's wrong? It's like my old school, I guess. I just try not to dwell on what's happened and keep thinking ahead. All that reminiscing does... Sorry, I thought I said reminiscing wrong. Does is get me down, and it's largely thanks to you that it feels like things are finally getting back on track.
That's pleasing to hear, Hisao.
Her her lower, wait,
Alright, hold on. I
He
haven't
lowers.
marked off narrator can't speak, but we've had several narrator can't speak moments already, so.
just a couple. She lowers her face slightly, her expression pensive. I guess I went too far and embarrassed her.
We'll see a forest in just a sec.
Oh.
I suppose you went...
Huh?
Hmm?
What the?
Kane, what the fuck
Oh.
was that fuck?
Did you say something?
Huh?
Aw.
Oh.
I suppose you went through something a bit like I did when you entered Yamaku anyway, right? I imagine the vast majority of our school students did, after all. Except for you, because you didn't, go blind suddenly. You said yourself that you made friends in your old school. I can't imagine many followed you.
Lily's deep smile drops, her expression unexpectedly darkened. Even her hands retreat to her lap. After a long while, she speaks.
Hisao, can you promise not to tell anyone else what I'm about to?
Yakusoku.
He looks. She looks slightly taken aback by my serious tone, but then relents and smiles weakly before continuing.
When I moved to Yamaku, I did regret losing the friends I've had at my other school.
I knew it! Just out in the middle of this very quiet restaurant.
And I thought I knew you.
But there's
Hey, everybody! This person missed their friends. What a loser, right?
Stands up from the table.
Stands up on top of the table. Kicks salad into her face.
Hisao, no.
Hisao, you promised. You pinky promised.
I did
Now
not.
I've
promise.
just had it.
I lied.
Hisao lied as naturally as he breathed. There was one person whom I most regretted not seeing again. He was the reason I took up English as a future career.
He? Considering she came from an all-girls school, that can't have been a schoolmate then.
Oh. I rejected the confessions I received up. I rejected the confessions I received until then for him. Every time I improved my English skills, his praise was my most treasured reward. It's funny, isn't it? Someone like me able to boast about the people who have set eyes on me. Liking someone so so utterly unattainable as my tutor. It truly is the most ridiculous thing.
You're sitting across from Nissan.
She quickly shakes her head from side to side. Do the cha-cha.
I couldn't. Even then, I knew it was impossible.
A silence reigns over both of us. This does seem to explain her ardent. There is
What the fuck did you say? A dirt?
A dirt.
silence. Her ardent focus on her future in teaching English. But I can't help thinking of her confession to me. She lost him without ever letting her feelings be known. Did she somehow fear that would happen again? But with me? I don't really know what to make of it. I've heard of such relationships before. Taboos, warned of such things as puberty and youth. The fact that she had the good judgment to not act on it, though, it's heartening.
I know this must sound strange, but please don't think of me.
Why would I think any less of you for that? To be honest, I think he must have been a very nice person if you liked him so much. Not only that, but you stopped yourself before going too far.
For a moment, she looks somewhat lost. Most unexpectedly, though, it isn't a second before she starts to laugh. The sound takes me off guard. It's not a giggle, nor a restrained chuckle, but honest and genuine laughter.
Sweetheart's laugh.
I find myself-
of a Mori reference or Delta Room reference.
I mean, honestly, they're pretty similar.
Well, we've got a Mori, so I'll go ahead and mark that one off. Fine, I'll go ahead and mark off Toby Fox as well.
We both started singing Attack of the Killer Queen.
Oh, and Empire's Gang singing. I've got to mark that one off as well.
Fucking 3-hit combo right there.
It's done.
I find myself smiling, and not just at her display of relief and happiness, but for her to trust me enough to let me see this moment, to see this most private of secrets.
Alright, I was worried about that jelly bean, but it's fine.
This again?
Jelly bean. Oh,
Before I realized it,
We're back to her touching his nose.
yeah, we're plugged in the same scene. I feel her palm touching my face, her touch as gentle as ever, with her thumb slowly stroking my teeth, stroking my cheek.
I think you're the one stroking Priest.
I
think
like to imagine whenever this scene happens that Lily just like very completely not gentle at all, just like palming Hisao.
Just like,
they're squishy.
Pokes him in the eyes. Now he's blind too.
Wow,
he's how we will be
that must be a
forever.
strong poke.
It's a love tap.
It's anime.
It's what?
It's anime, you know. And then he, like, in this moment, he's probably going to start coughing up blood.
That's the strongest love tap I've ever seen.
It's over 9,000.
Damn it, no one got the Psyche K reference. Okay.
Wait,
What did you say?
I'm sorry, man. It's been a while.
The strongest love tap? That's from the episode with the cats.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Wait, remind me.
But there are multiple ways that's translated because like dub versus sub and stuff
I
like
know.
that. So
But I was still trying to reference it. You're
You
kind,
have a
Hisao.
line, my... Fuck!
You're kind, Hisao.
You
You're
good?
kind, Hisao. I really do love you.
for real?
See your
No,
face like-
you didn't. You didn't just say it for real. Hold on, let me
did.
pull up the old Persona 5 bingo real quick.
For real.
Oh my god.
Seeing her face like this, with her palm gently caressing my face, I think tonight has been a wonderful night.
I guess we both had pretty weird pasts, eh?
I think by most standards, our present is rather odd as well.
I smile and hang my head. This woman can easily run rings around me. Of that, I'm quite sure.
Looking at me.
You know, I get why Lily's the most popular route now. I really do.
But
It's
you
like-
still think Ren is above?
It's just soft.
Well,
It's
yeah,
good.
that has nothing to do with it. It's just like
The queen remains
Lily's route
unchallenged.
is. You have to remember that Katawa Shoujo's target audience is people absolutely nowhere near high school anymore.
Yeah.
And out of every route, Lily's is the most, for lack of a better term, adult relationship.
True.
You
It
know?
really is.
Like,
It's
Lily-
also the first most relationship to begin with.
Yeah,
The only thing
exactly.
we have is Emmy, which is
And
Emmy.
people walk into this game expecting
Like I said, Emmy's
a
ready to
date.
Starbucks.
They
Wow,
Right.
CD.
wow. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
But, nah,
What'd you
Lily's a
say?
broke-ass rich girl. L plus ratio. No, I agree, but like to the majority of
No,
people,
but I agree. Stop saying.
that's what they came into this series wanting and expecting. And I think that's why her and Hanako, because while Hanako isn't an adult relationship, it covers the most grounds of most stereotypical romance plot in this fucking game.
No, I think that'd be Emmy's.
Well,
Okay.
I mean-
Emmy's is the most visual novel plot.
Yes. However, stereotypical romance, like hour-and-a-half long movie your mom watches on Cinemark, that's Hanako right there.
Yeah.
Wow, we're just
Not-
roasting every fucking route right now, aren't we?
It does it really well. It does it way better than all those others. It doesn't change the fact it's one of those.
Ooh.
And then just like imagine all of a sudden like a beret and like an oddly long cigar or cigarette pop up on me, and I'm just like lean back, and I have like a really shitty mustache. And then there's Rins. It's not popular because people just don't get it.
They don't see the throat.
My mic didn't pick up my very loud exhale.
That's really a shame.
Didn't need it.
Never missed.
It's an interesting perspective. We'll go on a half-hour tangent once we beat this one.
Oh, I look back around the room with its continuing
Hey.
quiet hum of patrons.
This place probably fits into the odd category too.
It's a tad overbearing.
That's one word for it, yes.
I catch the eye of a scurrying waiter, a short, scrawny guy no older than 20. He kind of reminds me of Kenji, though unlike him, the waiter isn't dressed for winter during midsummer.
No, he's undercover. Can't you see,
Yeah.
Hisao?
You don't get it. It's
Prepared.
fine.
After a curt bow and an offer to remove our plates, Lily asks for the bill politely and softly. With expert coordination, he maneuvers around the tables, our plates in hand, to retrieve our bill. In no time, he reappears through the doors, smartly handing our bill to Lily. How the fuck do you smartly hand someone something? Who promptly hands it to me, causing him to raise an eyebrow. That's kind of fun. As I read the small computer-printed leaflet, the cost is considerably more than I expected.
Hisao?
Oh,
I quickly stammered.
Cowards. Cowards for not listing the amount.
Cowards for not
400
dining and
and-
dashing.
We want to know how much these two kids paid for.
48,533 yen.
This is a down payment.
Is that $48 or $480? I can never tell.
480
Cool.
ish.
Yes.
What was the original number?
48,533 yen.
You started with 4,000. I was like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, no, my bad.
$4. More expensive than we thought it was.
I don't think I read that last one.
God, I can't win.
Just don't press the button.
Maybe stop playing Fate Go.
I'm not.
I quickly quit playing footsies with CD. I quit
Playing what?
Footsies.
footsies.
What is footsies?
You know, like where you mess with someone's feet underneath the table.
Oh,
As you
yeah,
do.
cyber footsies, I guess.
That's
I
what I would
quickly-
consider this relationship.
No.
I quickly stammer out the about, to which Lily merely nods and reaches for her purse. I'm rich. Giving her card to the waiter, he disappears once again.
AMX MasterCard, bitch. That was a disproportionately large amount of money.
The statement seems to make Lily slightly uncomfortable.
My family leaves me more than enough for my education. The same goes for my sister, though she dislikes being reminded of that fact. That said, I too dislike throwing money about. This one time, I think I can make an exception. Just for you.
Not only did you choose our date, but you paid for both of us as well.
Fucking
kinda
pathetic,
suck.
Hisao.
I take the bridge of my nose in my fingers.
I can't believe how high you have set the bar for our next date. I was just gonna go get frozen yogurt or something.
You better live up, or else I'll dump your ass.
Jesus.
She gives a small giggle. Loser!
I'll be looking forward to it, Hisao.
The waiter reappears beside us, as if by magic, and hands Lily's card back to her, evidently picking up on her lack of sight. He places the card in her hand with an extra, perhaps unneeded, amount of firmness to make sure of her grip. Leaving, he exercises a measure of diplomacy by keeping a neutral face despite my own expression.
Diplomacy.
Clapping my hands together, I stand up from my seat in order to bring an end to our night out.
Shall we be off then, m'lady?
I feel like I should be hearing
Fucking
the other.
Discord
Mostly.
Howdy. Jugume, kono suri kirikaru desu kyo no sugematsu unatsu fumayatsu kunnaru toku ni sume tokoro yabara koji no burakoji paipo no shuringan no guringan no pomugi no pomuna no shokume no chosuke.
Shut up, Kenji!
That was not what I expected anyone to say next.
Yeah.
CD. Oh my god. Fuck. CD has graduated from hating Makoto to hating Lily.
What?
Why?
Dick.
Because it's funny.
I simply
the
don't
bit.
understand. I hate you. For the bit. Genuine hate, though. I snap upwards out of my sheets and sit bolt upright. Excuse you? In bed.
Hold on.
You sit bolts upright
Okay.
in bed.
What, you didn't catch
I mean,
it the
everyone
first
said
time?
bolt upright.
Oh wait, I just realized that whoever made the last Twitch clip didn't actually spell it with a K. They spelled it with a C.
That
That
would be
was
CD, and
part of the
CD
problem.
fixed it. It just
Oh, did
doesn't
he?
look like that on Discord because I put it there first.
Let's see. We've got the Kane Circumstances, the Caprese Chronicles.
Yeah, go against the family. The night air feels cold against the sweat on my bare skin. My breathing short and rugged nearly to the point of hyperventilation.
CD, the dark thoughts escaped. The Maroc misadventures. Oh right. Do we have a Whiskers one yet?
No, he's not clippable enough.
That hurts, but it's also very true.
I'm
I don't
pretty
think
sure
he's
I'm
just too
way
busy
more
doing
engaged.
calculus.
Yeah, you haven't voiced
There's
much
also
since
that.
Emmy's route.
Has Whiskers voiced at all?
No!
Hideaki.
I don't think I have.
What?
Hideaki.
Oh yeah. Within the past 2 streams, no. This one and that.
Yeah.
Which is
What does a server getting rated entail?
A server getting rated entails that a majority of new users, are flooding it with intent to troll and/or ruin said server.
Oh, what a bunch of dicks.
Yeah,
Huh? What is the
Hi.
context?
I don't know.
Just someone in another server I'm in said their server got raided.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah, they said a bunch of people posted gore and porn. So in a
Yeah.
minor server.
Oh, that sucks.
that's not rating. That's possibly illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It breaches Discord's terms of service.
Ban.
I don't think that makes it illegal. Discord can just kick you off.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do much. Anyway, let's put that aside.
Line.
Oh, you did finish that.
Not much we can do about that anyway.
Mind racing. I bring my hand to my head in an attempt to soothe my body's panic state. I don't know. Just ad-lib it here. It takes me a number of seconds to realize my hand is shaking violently, even as I press it against my face. More seconds pass in complete silence.
Okay.
My desperate attempts to subdue my body and mind slow. Thankfully, working.
Did he have a heart attack in his sleep?
I don't know.
I had a heart attack in my sleep. Gathering myself, I start taking measure of the state of it. It feels like I've run a marathon, every muscle feeling tensed and sweat practically pouring off me. I carefully direct my attention to the beating in my chest, measuring out the rhythm in my head. Sure enough, my unreliable heart is functioning properly, for once. Just what the hell was that? A heart attack? A bad nightmare? Medicine side effects? I've heard about panic attacks, and this does seem to have the hallmarks of one. I can't even be bothered thinking about it right now. I feel utterly exhausted yet completely awake after this experience.
This is
I
what
like that-
happens when you drink. Like IRL, anyone. You drink, this happens to you.
Really?
Yeah, it's the moral of the story.
Oh.
I don't know, I'm making that up.
Oh, he's in bed with Lily?
I was like, I've drank before. I've had alcohol before. I didn't feel like that.
No, me
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
I should
look
drink more
over-
next time.
Yeah, yeah. How much you
That's the
drinking,
moral of
man?
the story, yeah.
Listen, you won't know your limit until you
Like
find
a-
your limit.
Like a couple strawberry, or I guess it was wild berry daiquiris. Strawberries, but tasted better though.
I've had a surprisingly wide range, different things.
Oh
I look
boy.
over to the other
What's
side
your
of
favorite?
my bed.
That's a
Mountain Dew.
good question. The
I've
answer
had
is all of it sucks, except there is one drink I have enjoyed, and it is dangerous, mind you. It is the brand new alcoholic Monster energy drinks.
I
Wow.
actually was about to like
They
say
I
Monster
liked,
Energy
I had
for
a
you
gin and
as a
lemonade
joke.
once that I actually really liked.
like gin and lemonade sounds good. But no, they made Monster energy drinks that are spiked, and they just taste like normal Monster energy.
Which you like?
Hold
So
on.
apparently
That's
the
not
taste
good.
of Monster Energy is enough
Dude, that's
to
caffeine
drown
and
out
alcohol.
the taste of alcohol.
Wait.
Correct.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I
Whiskers.
feel like you shouldn't drink that. Honestly,
That's not good for you.
You can have 3 before you hit danger limits.
Oh,
Is
no.
this
Like,
on
I
the
mean-
cab? Is this on the can?
That is definitely something that would cause heart risk later down in life.
Oh, absolutely. You
Turn
know, it's
yourself into
literally a
Hisao.
double combo. You're ruining your liver and your heart in a 1-2 punch.
It's weird.
Oh, no.
Another thing, speaking of illicit substances, I've thought about smoking cigarettes a lot recently. I think it's specifically because of Breaking Bad.
right?
Have-
I've been
Fuck!
But I hate tobacco, like
Yeah.
entirely. It shit stinks.
a no-go.
Oh, cigarette.
But the urge to just buy like a cob,
You can
smoke
get
out of
prop
one of them wooden
cigarettes.
pipes.
Get
Fruit.
candy cigarettes.
Candy
Well-
cigarettes are neat.
How do
The
those
ones
work?
that you, the
Get
ones
candy
that they
canes.
actually use for film sets, you can get prop cigarettes that don't have tobacco.
Ooh.
Can you
Just
still
vapor.
smoke them?
Well, yeah, they're designed so that you can still smoke them.
Huh. Cool.
What you should do is
They're explicitly designed so that it looks like you're smoking a cigarette for a scene.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the-
they're herbal smokes. Oh, yeah. So you would be smoking like lavender or something, you know?
That doesn't sound the most pleasant either.
Okay, I know lavender's on the extreme end. I just know it exists.
Lavender. I'm just gonna puff some lavender.
I don't know.
Anyway,
How did,
I know
Okay,
a buddy
real
who
quick.
has-
What you should do instead is walk around with like a pack of candy canes, and whenever you want to feel like I don't know, a quote unquote cool smoker or something, just pop one in, like
Gross.
cane side out.
isn't Precy the youngest of us?
Who?
No.
Yes.
No, it's me.
No? Oh,
Oh, okay, that
Oh.
tracks.
Oh,
that
Damn.
tracks.
Matt tracks.
No, it's what Maroc said. I'm laughing at it.
I know, and I mean, he's
Oh, I
kind of
mean,
right.
yeah,
but I'd
technically
say that's
CD
more
would
me
be
than
the
anything
youngest.
else.
CD's younger than us?
yeah.
Maybe.
I thought he was
Oh,
like
wait.
27.
Yeah, same. I thought he was like in his 20s.
What were you guys thinking?
What?
He was our age.
And the other thing that we've mentioned on occasion that I will not bring up at this moment also sort of made me think, because, yeah, what kind of...
Who are
I'll put
you?
it in Gen real quickly, or maybe I'll just DM Leo, but
Oh.
I just have like a passing question on my mind.
All right, let's get this ball rolling, huh? I look
Yeah.
over to the other side of my bed, pale white of the silent figure's face, almost glowing in the nighttime darkness of the room. Just the sight of her is enough to calm me down significantly.
That is
Her grace-
such a different art style.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Did you delete them? Hold on.
Her graceful demeanor persists even while she's asleep. Her perfectly measured breathing and gentle face making it impossible to tell whether she's awake or truly sleeping. Giving in to temptation, I delicately run my fingertips over her head. Whoa. Her skin is soft to the touch, as it always has been, yet warm even in the cold night, as she is warm-blooded.
Nah, she's a reptilian.
a reptile.
It's at times like this, silently appreciating each other's presence. Yes, that is each other's presence. Yes, that's what's happening. I feel we're closest. My fingertips stop at her wrist, and I bring my hand back down to the bed beside me. I'm not entirely sure why, but as we became ever closer to each other, it felt as if something grew between us. I'm not entirely sure what it is, nor whether it existed before we'd fallen in love. Everything is moving so fast. I don't mind it at all, but it feels unlike Lily to be pushing things this much. Thankfully, there aren't any students milling around in the hallways at this hour of the morning, lest I be interrogated on why I'm carrying 2 plates of breakfast to my room while dressed in an obviously hastily donned uniform. That isn't to say things like this never happen, of course. A single security guard patrolling between 2 sets of bedrooms situated right next to each other is a very small force compared to adolescent horror mode. Come to think of it, the fact that it's Monday morning probably helped. I'm not really sure why, but Mondays seem to bother me less than they do most others.
Okay, real quick, sorry. Know what the show? If we're gonna do the candy cane idea where you like pretend you're, I don't know, smoking a cigarette, choose a smaller candy cane.
Yeah. You gotta find one accurate.
Yeah, like one of the mini ones, not one of the big fucking ones. God damn it.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Whiskers of the Discord poll. What is your wisdom?
I have the candy cane broken half, and I don't even know how.
It's all going wrong. It didn't even start right.
Candy cane shiv.
That was not as cool as I thought it would be.
It takes a little creative use of my hands and elbow, but eventually I managed to work the door to my dormitory room open.
What if you just what if you were able to just like slide a candy cane into your mouth and then pull it out and it's like a pristine blade on the other end?
Oh,
CD, you
Pull it
did
out.
such a good job. You did such a good job. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You did such a good job using superfluous diction that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ooh.
Why, I do propose the
Nine.
inquiry of superfluous. How do I say it?
Superfluous.
Superfluous. Fuck. why I do propose the inquiry of superfluous formatted diction, though that's simply a hypothesis of the circumstance, off of a circumstance.
I think I would actually break your kneecaps if I met you in real life and you talk like that. Just like, yeah, I'm talking about this conversation.
Okay, I think I got the translation. Wow, I guess we should talk fancy, though that's just because of what's happening right now.
Line?
Fine. Woman.
Stepping inside, I see Lily just getting up from the bed, tiredly rubbing her eyes. She looks a mess, just like most other times I've seen her soon after she wakes. She really isn't a morning person.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
She groggily shakes her head. The morning light illuminating her makes for a very pleasant sight.
It's okay. I needed to get up anyway. What time is it?
I put my plate down on my desk and turned the clock around to check the time.
It's roughly still early in the morning. Don't worry, there's plenty of time left before school.
She sits on the side of the bed and begins to sniff the air. As she does so, I quickly move her plate away and put it on the desk beside mine.
Yeah, I got us some breakfast. Shower and clothes come first, though. Not that you can... Okay.
Alright, yep.
I was gonna say, not that you can use the showers here.
She stands
I
still for a
love
moment.
the word superfluous.
She
Dude,
stands still
CD, give
Fucking
me
hell,
my brain
man.
cell back.
She stands still for a moment with her chin pointed slightly out. I gladly acquiesce and press my lips to hers, savoring the soft feeling before breaking off. With a small, sweet smile, apparently quite satisfied, she slowly makes her way to the showers. Hit the showers!
Are we not gonna acknowledge the issues with that?
No!
What if Kenji's there?
What's he gonna see?
Good for him.
Stab him.
He can still see, like, somewhat.
No. Remember,
If
in
he's
the
there, he's
scene
getting
earlier in
taken
the
out.
game, when Kenji is in the showers, his glasses fog up.
And he goes,
Yeah, but there are
"Uh-huh."
other people besides Kenji.
Are there? Have you
Who
seen
aren't
anyone
blind.
besides Kenji?
Alright, listen, mister, this isn't a visual novel.
I stretch to try to wake myself up a little more, briefly looking at the steaming dishes on the desk. Rice, fish, miso soup, and some vegetables. A standard breakfast for a somewhat unusual day. I grab the bottles from my desk and start taking my daily regimen of pills. Sometimes I wonder what these things are even good for, given all the troubles I've had since the initial accident. I can't even say that it doesn't hurt to take them, considering the side effects so far. Well, whatever. Doctor's orders are that I have to take them, and rationality suggests that I'd be well served to trust his judgment over mine.
Common
doesn't.
sense.
It doesn't take long for the noise of the shower to cease. A quick one apparently being just fine for Lily, given the circumstance.
Oh, is CD about to be an English teacher?
Wait, can you hear that all the way down the hall?
Do we have a bathroom in our dorm or something?
Emerging from the bathroom, she looks significantly more awake, having had the chance to collect herself.
I guess we do.
Without a word, I gently take her hand in mine and guide her to my desk. Considering I don't have a table in my room as she does, it'll have to do.
Thank you, Hisao. What did you prefer for breakfast?
Just some rice and vegetables. Something fast.
Her face lights up at the revelation.
That's quite a breakfast. This is normal for you?
Now she's just being nice. I have little doubt, considering her past, that this isn't exactly a high-class meal by her standards.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Just because we're students doesn't mean we can take it lightly.
Me who skips breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never eat breakfast. Well, I used to, but I do less now.
Apparently there actually are health benefits or something, like it's important for kicking your metabolism off, so...
Bullshit. I don't
There's
know
no
who told
way.
you that, but they
Look,
were
I'm
full
a
of garbage.
proponent of breakfast, but it did confuse me a little, like, it can't be that important, right?
I am... Never mind.
I'm not dead.
My metabolism is fucking
I'm not
crazy, and I
afraid to
haven't
keep
eaten
on
breakfast
living.
properly since middle school.
No.
That's my belief anyway. From what others I've talked to have said, I might be in the minority.
Exactly.
I take a seat on the side of my bed and begin eating together with Lily, her chopstick lightly tapping out the outlines of the vegetables, just as I noticed her do during our date.
This is quite nice, Hisao. I had no idea you could cook this well.
This time she's much more genuine. I can tell that much. That said, cooking really isn't anything special at all. After a bit of practice, it's pretty easy to make a simple dish.
Most of the credit goes to modern technology. Still, after years of cooking for myself, I should hope so. I got bored of eating instant noodles and ordering pizza every time my parents were both working, so I taught myself how to make a few meals. I'm still trying to get the knack of it, though.
You got bored of instant noodles?
You'll make a
Hisao, we
good
can't
wife
be
someday,
friends.
Hisao.
That's a great line.
I take a grain of rice and place it onto my thumb, before carefully taking aim and giving it a good flick. Lily jumps a little as it hits her cheek, right on target. I can't help chuckling a little at her expense as she lowers her brow and tries her best to assume a harsh and serious expression.
Oh, that's right.
What is it?
Did you have any problem sleeping last night? You seemed restless.
So she was awake back then, or at least partly so. Whether it was my heart or a nightmare caused by the side effects of my medicine, the last thing I want is for her to be worrying about me even more. Even before my relationship with Lily, I felt my body was a drag on everything I did. My body is my burden alone. So as long as I'm with her, I'll continue to act as normally as possible.
This is not how this is supposed to
No, not particularly. You said full of shit.
Don't you dare fucking lie to me.
Hisao not gonna lie.
Don't you dare fucking lie to me.
I love how CD's giving an actual English lesson in chat right now.
I'm very glad because I'm gonna read all that later and finally understand.
Like, they taught that to me when I was in like 10th grade English.
Look, I'm sure they did. Doesn't mean I understood it.
Okay. Also, don't you dare lie to me is a bingo square.
Nice.
Is
Still.
that so? That's good then.
Luckily, she seems to take me at my word.
Come to think of it, there was something else I wanted to ask.
Oh?
How should I put it? When you dream, do you see people and objects?
Yeah, of course Oh.
I feel more than a little sheepish for that slip of the tongue. However earnest it may be, Lily looks unperturbed though.
But you don't taste, feel, nor smell things.
I move to answer, but find myself stuck before thinking about it. The more I mull it over, the more I realize that her hypothesis is correct.
That's true. I guess I never looked at it that way. Are you saying that you do?
For the most part, I only hear in dreams, but yes, sometimes I touch and smell things as well. I'm just asking, since Akira thought it very strange that I did when I brought it up with her. If you don't either, maybe it's due to my blindness.
That would make sense. Wait, hold on. I'm just a little... Is she confused by the prospect of not seeing things in her dreams?
No, she's just
No,
saying that maybe her other senses are more active in her dreams because she's blind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That would make sense. You rely on your other senses more than me, so maybe that affects your dreams as well.
The wonders of the human body, I guess. For the rest of the time before school, we quietly eat the hearty breakfast in front of us, exchanging a few small pieces of small talk as we do.
Tasty. Boobs.
Ooh.
A quick peek out of the door assures nobody's looking directly at the entrance for the boys' dormitories. So we walk out with the path clear.
Kenji jump scare.
But wow. Ah, the weather's good today.
We
I gotta
have
go
not
for
heard
a
this
sec.
song in a sec.
Merrick,
Okay.
you got this.
I stretch as Lily and I make our way outside, the bright morning sun beaming down on us. By now, a few students can be seen doing the same, making their way to the main school building, either from the dorms or through the main gate.
It does feel nice and warm.
Sorry, I forgot for a second. Our hands linked and arcane tapping the ground, we begin in earnest our trip to the school building, enjoying the chatting throngs of students around us.
There's not much space between the top of Lily's sprite and the edge of the screen.
No,
Is
it
there
is
any
not.
space?
They
There's
did
a
that
few
pixel
pixels.
perfect.
No.
This would be the last day of exams, no?
Yeah. How are you going in them?
Hold on. I thought they were having their thing on a weekend. Yeah, it's a Monday.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Why are they finishing exams on a Monday?
I don't fucking know.
Whatever.
They slept for a while.
Fairly well, all things considered. You seem a bit stressed by them, though.
It's that obvious, huh? I don't think it's just the exams, though. A lot of stuff's been happening in a short amount of time, and I'm not doing that well in the humanities subject.
You're doing well in science, though, aren't you?
Well, it would be hard not to do well in science for me. Come to think of it, didn't you say before that you weren't very good at science or math? She suddenly looks very sheepish. I remark, no doubt, hitting home. Lily's sense of pride really can be a double-edged sword.
Well, aside from that, have you ever given thought to what you might do with that ability? It seems a pity to waste it.
Lily, we need to cook.
Oh.
A
Oh,
bit, mostly at Muto's prompting.
Oh boy.
In any case, I'll probably end up doing science as a career in some form.
That's good to hear, Hisao.
I really couldn't care, Hisao.
As we enter the gardens, I receive an unsolicited pat on the back.
No.
A green-dressed culprit dances around to meet me, evidently not paying any heed to Lily at my side.
Is it Kenji or Misha? That's the question.
It's Kenji.
wow.
Bow,
Bow,
Oh, shoot.
bow,
I gotta
bow,
stop
bow,
listening to MCR.
bow, bow,
bow,
bow, bow,
bow, bow,
But you were listening to
bow.
Just famous last words, because I don't know, I thought of it, and then I had to listen to it.
I am not afraid to keep on living.
I'm not afraid to walk this world alone. Alright,
I mean,
frick.
food.
I haven't done this in so long. Hey man, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while.
You haven't seen anything in a while.
Oh.
Hey,
Facetious Empires gang, there we go.
just been busy with exams and stuff.
Exams and schmams. A true Renaissance man needs no study to excel in such things.
Kenji does strike me as the kind of person that does well in school, even if he has horrid attendance record and poor work ethic, so I have little reason to doubt his ability. To be honest, I'm a little envious of him. Between studying for exams and my time with Lily, I've had practically no time to myself. Maybe this is a bit like how Yuko feels.
Rip Yuko moment.
Good morning, Seto. It's good to hear you're doing well.
His first name is Set. Wait. Kenji Seto or
Oh.
Seto Kenji?
Kenji Seto sounds more natural. But also, I'm not Japanese.
So we've just
I
been calling him
believe-
by his first name this whole time?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, Lily.
Oh yeah, we do. I guess they just sort of forgot about that convention.
Yeah, we call most people by their by their first name.
Yeah, I know we do.
Is
In
that
Japan.
just how it
No,
naturally
no, no.
goes?
I meant
As you
I
get
meant
older,
Hisao
or get to know
does.
each other?
We do, as in us reading these things.
Yeah.
You
I
good?
feel so. What?
I heard
Theo.
it yell.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
Just
heard
Leo
like a
noises,
cat.
don't worry about it.
Got it.
It feels slightly odd to see Lily speaking so formally. She's come to address me more casually over the months, though I have seen her speaking more formally to classmates from time to time as
Okay.
well.
Marok, when did you start narrating?
When Precy left
When did Precy leave?
A little bit ago.
a while
A
ago.
minute or two.
Okay, cool.
When we
Yeah,
walked
like
outside.
when we saw the mural.
I don't know how I missed that.
I mean, it wasn't that important, but also I like how Kenji's scarf is drawn. It's so shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a well-drawn scarf.
Some people never change, I guess. Not that I'd say her calm and polite manner is a bad thing. It was one of the reasons I liked being around her to begin with, after all.
Definitely, CD.
Hare Krishna. Kenji seems to take a moment to work out who it is beside me, and probably hasn't noticed us holding hands either. I wonder if those glasses of his actually do anything.
Hold on. I'm typing a message to CD.
At this point,
1
you
minute.
should just say it out loud.
It's fine. I had to gather my thoughts anyways. Oh, hey Lily. Good luck on your exams too. So why are you with this? I'll see you after school, man. You need to have a serious chat.
The slight edge to his voice makes me think those words are meant to be an imperative rather than a casual farewell. I guess I'll have to smooth things over later. Sure. See you, Seto. Genji nods curtly. He moves to pass us by, but he's too busy glaring in Lily's general direction to take notice of her cane. Before I can try to react and save the situation, Kenji trips and reflexively reaches out for a handhold. Unfortunately, said handhold turns out to be Lily's arm.
Oh.
Both fall to the ground in a sprawling heap, with me left feeling rather helpless.
Honestly, there's no clipper on the drums. This one's going in my cringe compilation.
That is pretty cringe, Kenji. Ah, damn. Are you two okay? Kenji quickly rises back up, seemingly unfazed by the accident. Don't you fucking dare.
No.
I'll go ahead and
No
mark
problem,
off the
yeah, no
feminist
problem.
conspiracy.
It would take more than a woman to put me down. Maybe a handful of women.
This is a mere woman wound.
Oh, we also
The
totally
cockboy's
got
a
Empire's
femoid.
Gang out of context.
Yes.
Have we gotten a microphone cut out yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Wait, maybe when Kane's
Oh
exhaled.
no, Kane, didn't you say something that didn't get
Oh
picked?
yeah, shit. I was exhaling when I was fake smoking a cigarette and being artsy, and
Alright,
it didn't
awesome.
pick it up.
Yeah, that really doesn't come through well.
It's because I ensured that a dandelion incident wouldn't happen again.
Oh my god, I forgot about that!
That was awesome.
If we ever get enough subscribers, I want someone to make a best of Katawa Shoujo compilation.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Someday,
Oh shoot,
maybe.
this is my line. No problem, Nan, no problem. This is nothing. My body can take much worse abuse.
Have you tested it or something?
Of course, Hisao.
Lily lies face down on the grass, unmoving. She doesn't look hurt by the incident, more
Good.
startled than anything. I move closer to offer her my help.
I've got good news that you're dead.
Next time trying to tackle my girlfriend.
I had much nice to say.
Are you alright, Lily?
Oh
Whiskers?
shoot, sorry. I was reading CD's comments again. Hey, Sato.
Genji offers her a hand, tentatively touching hers to let her know what he's doing. He says some odious things sometimes, but I do think he may be a genuinely good person at heart. I imagine he feels pretty bad about this. To his surprise and mine, though, Lily pounds on the ground with her fist without warning.
Damn it!
Oh.
Genji freezes, entirely caught by surprise at her outburst. I'm just as shocked. She's never acted like this before, not even around Shizune. Seemingly only now remembering that there are people around her, Lily slowly climbs up to her feet. Her face as she does so makes me retreat a little.
They literally don't have a track powerful enough for this.
I only catch a glimpse of her expression before she turns away, but it's not something I'll soon forget. She showed plenty of annoyances during her clashes with Shizune, but this flash of anger was something else. There's no way that this is just about this petty incident. She pauses for a moment before sighing and walking on ahead. I really don't know what to make of this. I'll, talk to you later, dude. See ya.
Yeah, see ya. He saw I'm running. And never coming back.
Kenji scratches the back of his head trying to find something to say, then shrugs and walks away, giving us a wide berth. I quickly catch up to Lily. She turns her head a little to acknowledge my presence, but nothing else. I should probably scold her for lashing out like that, but I also don't want to get into a shouting match with her. She's still very obviously annoyed. In the end, I'd keep my mouth shut and wait for her to cool off. After a quiet walk, we eventually reach the top of the 3rd floor stairs and the junction where we party every day.
This is a slight tangent. I recently did another dive for Rin-related images on this random Russian forum. And it was interesting to see a lot of things. Like, I found out that the Russian community calls that painting the Rainbow Wizard.
The ugly one?
Yeah, ugly Kaiser. In the Russian name for the painting is Rainbow Wizard.
Hold on, where's the painting hate a bingo square? No, seriously, where is it?
I think it got removed.
No, it's here. I found it.
Alright, sinners, I'm back.
Welcome back. You missed a lot, actually. You missed like 2 entire Kenji scenes.
Oh, god damn it. Oh no.
And also, Kenji made Lily trip, and then Lily fell on the ground, and she went, "Fuck, shit, damn it," and then went on back and normal. And you want to know the best part?
Yes.
Only 2 of those words were a lie.
What? Only 2 words? Oh, she probably said... She definitely said fuck. Let's be real.
I wish.
Oh, she went with damn it?
Yeah.
Weak. Oh shit, I'm the narrator.
Yeah.
I turn to Lily before she leaves. While I do like the comfortable and warm silences we share, this was anything but. I don't want to leave things like this.
You seem quieter than usual recently. Is anything wrong?
She shakes her head almost automatically, as if to dispel any notion that I need to worry about her.
It's just that exams are taking their toll. I'll be fine.
Okay, that's bullshit.
I don't think that's the reason. I very, very nearly say so, but decide against it. Shit. There's no point trying to draw it out of her if she doesn't want to tell me, especially when she's in a foul mood like this.
If you're sure, I'll see you later then.
As I turn down the hall to go to my classroom, Lily's soft voice rings out from behind me.
Hisao,
Yes?
I'm sorry.
What?
With that, Lily makes off down the hallway to her own classroom, her hands skating along the metal railings.
Did not ever notice there were railings on those walls until just now.
Mandela effect.
I was too focused on Kaiser.
I
stand
turned famous
still.
back, like, last words back on after this, and it's surprisingly fitting for this scenario.
Dude.
I stand still and watch her until she turns to her classroom and out of sight, before going to my own class with a fair measure of reluctance. Harumph! As usual, I'm early. Muto is fiddling with folders and papers on his desk as he prepares for the day while a handful of students mill about, chatting away. While my feelings about Lily haven't dissipated, far from it, her mention of my exam performance did remind me that I have my own life's journey to attend to. After thinking about it, I've realized that I do genuinely want to pursue science in some form as a career, rather than it simply being the path of least resistance. Until now, though, I didn't have much of an idea of where in the field I wanted to go. Just science. It's a pretty broad category of jobs. Something Lily mentioned earlier focused my thoughts. Something I'd only idly pondered about, and not seriously considered following this specific path.
Research your own heart.
I walk
Fix
up
your
to
own
Mrs.
fucking heart, bitch.
Yeah. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. That's your lesson in life.
We've definitely had a heart attack joke at this point.
He's like,
We've had several.
can you imagine a Doc Ock but with like hearts? I have 8 hearts. You'll never be able to kill me.
You got the worst possible thing related to an octopus you could get more of. Could have given me like eyes, maybe like little buoyancy things.
I have a heart in each of my limbs and one in my pinky toe.
That one's my weak point.
Don't
I
touch
actually
it.
see
His attention is too
Stubs
focused on
his
preparing.
toe.
Dies.
Just screams and then falls over.
His attention too focused on preparing for the day's lessons to notice my approach. Stealthy like a jaguar. It's the same every day.
Good morning.
He looks up with an expression of mild surprise. That's quickly replaced by his typical awkward smile.
Alright, I guess
We've had at least 3 people voice Muto at this point, so.
I think Leo, you're the one
Good.
doing it right now,
Huh?
Really?
right? I don't remember.
Good morning, Nakai. Can I
Wait.
help you?
Pause. Time out. Hold on. Marak,
Yes.
make him Australian.
Good morning, Nakai. Can I help you?
Yes.
Good change. New
Do you
patch
mind
notes.
if I ask you something?
He looks down at his messy pile of books on the desk before putting down the papers in his hand and standing up with some difficulty to properly address me.
That's what I'm here for, after all. Ask away. I was just wondering, what would you say is the motivation behind teaching?
I sort of fucking got it. If Hisao says he's gonna be a science teacher.
I'm gonna be a science teacher.
You already can't talk to kids. Like,
He thinks on this question for a few moments before responding, evidently far from having a prepared answer.
If you talk to 10 different teachers, I think you'll get 10 different answers to that question. Well, I can only speak for myself. I'd say that I teach because,
He thinks into thought again, carefully assessing the way he wishes to present his idea.
Think of it this way. When you were a child, you probably played with sticks and pebbles in moving water such as the gutters of bubbles. Right?
What?
Yeah, I think a lot of people do that when they're young.
Did I click off accidentally?
Well, it's not just when they're young for some, though it does take on another form. My point is, though, that when one is doing that, they're curious about how the water will flow or be changed. Right, so everyone, even at a young age, possesses an intense wonderment about how the world around them works, even in its smallest forms. I feel that sense of wonderment about the universe. Even just reading about new discoveries or classic experiments gives me a renewed sense of awe at how marvelous everything is, from the farthest stars to the smallest puddle. I just hope that I can give others even a small piece of that wonderment I feel. If I can do that, even if it's just one person, I think I can be happy as a teacher.
He scratches his head as he mentally reviews what he said. I feel like I understand him better now, even if I didn't listen the entire time. Even if he's awkward around others, he does have a genuine want to be around them and offer them a piece of himself that he values. What Lily told me yesterday rings in my ears. I think you get along well with others.
She was lying.
Huh. She always did say I was unusually curious.
Sorry if that was a little meandering. Does it answer your question? It does, thank you.
Did you say meandering?
What are you, Eris?
No.
She's gone, man. It's time to move
I
on.
also had... No. No! Oh! I also had another question, actually. Oh, what might that be? Do you have any college brochures or guides? It's about time I started getting some applications in.
He nods and bends down to look inside his desk. As he does so, I notice that he is wearing a remarkably genuine smile. I don't think I've ever really seen him act this natural around others.
Except for his character art, which is not smiling.
Perhaps this isn't Muto, Muto, the teacher, but rather Muto the person.
If you need any more, feel free to ask.
I love Muto so much. He's such a sweetheart.
I love it, yeah.
Who?
Muto.
Oh, okay. No, I know. It cut out for a second. I was like, I just heard, ugh, and that was it.
He hands me about a half a dozen brochures and booklets of various colors and sizes, which I take eagerly. Eagerly.
I take like an
Yes, it will be this information which I'll use to forge my own future. I think now, after all this time and all these trials, I can finally start to see the big picture of my life ahead of me. My body may be like this, but my mind is still very much able.
I feel like we
body's
should
going over.
we should make a DLC for this game that is not Hisao, but like a new school teacher, and the romance candidates are the nurse, Muto, Akira, and what's her name?
You fuck?
Yuko.
But
Sorry.
I'm down. I'll start scripting, guys. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
Fucking transfers. The teacher transfers in.
Thank you.
Two scenes. Wait, is that two?
It took us an hour and 41 minutes to get through 2 scenes.
Yeah, we're kind of going slow today.
I thought we were doing well.
It does kind of feel like we're reading a lot.
This is
You
strange!
feel like long scenes. Anyways, yeah.
Let's try and get through a fourth.
Wait a
That
minute.
single thought has graced my mind a countless number of times, and now I can't see anything, and now it's since my life here began. God damn it.
Oh,
Coffee.
the image is slowly fading in. Okay.
Oh my
Oh god,
look
Hisao's
at it.
face is in it.
Ugh.
He looks like Rudy is.
It feels like an easy way to discard a troubling question, as if simply labeling something with those 3 words will make it go away, or at least not worth thinking about any further. My life before my heart attack feels more blurry every time I try to remember it, and my mind struggles to keep up with all the events suddenly happening around me since. I heard somewhere that this is what it feels like to be left stranded in a country with only the most basic understanding of the local language. Indeed, when I think about it, that seems a marvelously apt analogy to what's happened to me. But such situations are Marak, take over for a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. But
goes
such
and, like,
situations
starts
are also
talking.
supposed to
He's
make
not
you
there.
very capable in that language very fast, as you're forced to learn it in order to survive. Put another way, the situation becomes sink or swim.
Alright, I picked my pride up off the
Name of
ground
my
and
new
we're ready.
reality TV.
Okay.
I wonder if I've really managed to swim after all this time. The exams are stressing me out a lot, even though they're finally coming to an end. But I have remained in Muto's favor, and I have some sort of direction for my future now. But I keep using that stupid, meaningless phrase. This is strange. It really is amazing how fast one comes to accept being surrounded by people with sometimes incredibly jarring disabilities and conditions. So much so that I really wonder why I feel so much like a foreigner. It certainly isn't for lack of socialization or friends. I've come to know most of my classmates on first-name terms, and know a few others around the school. Whether they're missing an arm or a leg, the students here are just like anyone else of their age. I can navigate the halls that I once lost myself in with an ease I'd not expected to ever have, thanks to the school's logical layout, and can engage with my teachers in comfortable discussion. I swirl around gently in the tea in my cup, the reflected image of my face becoming distorted by the moving liquid. This is strange. I used to hate drinking tea.
Maybe I'm thinking too much.
Familiar sound of china rattling from a teacup touching an accompanying saucer rings out.
Saucer.
Is something the matter?
Don't worry, it's nothing.
I'm just having an inner monologue, Lily.
What the
Please
shit?
leave me alone.
I feel like I've been in this situation a lot more often than I was expecting to be.
I take a long sip of the tea in front of me, as the girls do.
I also feel like I'm never adequately dressed. I feel like I should also be wearing pajamas.
Just
Bro,
whiling
wait.
away.
Hold on.
He says just in a full business suit.
He never took it off since date night.
Yes.
Just whiling away the time in Lily's room, sipping tea with her and Hanako. It feels familiar, almost nostalgic.
I just realized that's actually what Akira is always doing.
Yeah.
So, how's your work in the newspaper club? So, how's your work in the newspaper club going, Hanako?
I want to know too. Sounds like it would be quite interesting.
Hanako's face turns down at the attention placed upon her. Though her smile belies the fact that she genuinely likes being the center of interest for the two of us.
It's good. I think I'm getting better at it.
Is it getting better all the time?
Naomi and a couple of her friends handle most of the jobs, getting stories and stuff. I just do the computer tasks, like putting the stories together and getting it printed. It's nice, since I can sit and concentrate.
I see Lily's low-tech nature isn't shared by Hanako. While sitting in a room compiling other people's newspaper articles into documents doesn't strike me as overly outgoing, it is heartening to see her widening her circle of friends. Baby steps, I guess. It's probably a bit much to be expecting her to become a socialite like Lily.
How are you finding Naomi? I've heard she can be quite troublesome at times.
And Lily's going into her mothering mode over Hanako. Letting go of her is something she's had to learn. Hanako scratches her cheek, thinking on her answer.
Now, Naomi's nice. She's a bit loud sometimes and a bit tiring, but she's really helpful. Her friends are nice too.
That's wonderful to hear, Hanako. I'm glad you found a source of such enjoyment.
Lily's smile is warm and genuine, but I can sense a touch of wistfulness to it as well. Hanako seems to miss that entirely, but I don't think for a second that I'm imagining it. I suppose it's because I've slowly come to pay more and more attention to everything going on around me. Things seemingly happening faster and faster. It feels like I'll miss something if I'm not as observant as possible. With the exams, my newfound love life, trying to fit in some studying regarding my options for college and university, and my heart condition applying the brakes on everything at irritatingly random times, my brain's been in overdrive recently. Makes me appreciate the rare quiet times such as them. I guess this is why Lily came to appreciate her weekly walks to the convenience store and her tea parties with Hanako. Despite her like of being surrounded by others, they gave her a moment of peace in a chaotic and busy life.
Thank God the exams are over, huh?
The comment draws an earnest chuckle from both of the girls. It seems like everybody's been a lot happier since the exams ended last week.
So, what are you gonna do for the summer holidays, Hanako? Only...
I quickly count the days in my head. Today's Monday, and school finishes on Saturday.
5 days to go after all.
I was thinking of traveling, just around a bit. I even heard about the westward expansion's kind of picking up nowadays.
Hanako, that happened like 100 years ago.
Let me dream, Hisao.
There's a lot of places I want to see, and I think I have enough money to pay for the bus and train rides. Naomi and one of the other girls in the newspaper club said they might come along too.
This is kind of weird. Like when normally Hanako was so reserved in her room, or didn't.
Oh shit.
It's because if Hisao doesn't intervene, she gets better.
If Hisao never came
I think
to
it's
school-
specifically dating. I think, because Hisao definitely exists in that route. But he is
Sure.
specifically dating Hanako. He is enabling her loneliness.
Hisao should never try to date a woman. We've learned this.
Only a man.
Kenjiro confirmed.
Bow,
I'm bisexual.
bow,
I have
bow,
sex with gay men and with straight men.
I'm a little worried about that first one.
The
Form
theory
of
from
that
yesterday
situation.
that Katawa Shoujo takes place at night. Oh my god, yes!
Her look indicates she's given the matter quite a lot of thought. I'm kind of surprised that she's contemplating something like this. It seems she's really become intent on striking out on her own.
Is there anyone particular you're thinking of going?
Young Ganjaya.
No. Time eating.
I'm sure it's happened already, but I'll go ahead and mark off someone's busy with anything else.
Caprese left twice. Or I guess just once.
It's fine. Don't worry.
I was thinking that Kyoto sounds nice. I think I'll try to go to a few places though.
Lily nods in approval, happy with Hanako's plans. While I cast my eyes to Lily, I refrained from asking her the same question. She's been evasive with her plans for the future for a long time now, but I never seem to get a good time to broach the subject alone with her. Every time it comes up in conversation, it feels like she's either unsure of herself or simply dodging the question. It's troubling.
Be sure to call someone while you're out and about. I gave you my number before, right?
Hanako gives a quick nod, a happy smile on her face. It's strange to see how happy people seem to become when they have a goal to work toward. Yuko seems to brighten whenever her university aspirations are brought up, and now Hanako is just the same. So why do I still feel this uncertainty? And why Lily too? Relationships really can be irritatingly troublesome sometimes.
Oh, what time is it?
It takes me a second to remember that Lily's clock doesn't have any visual feedback. I really should know, given how many times I've been in her room.
None at all?
Nevertheless, I take my watch from my bag and quickly check it, the reason for her asking becoming clear.
It's about 20 past 10. Early curfew.
Hanako rises to her feet, dusting herself off and neatening her gown after doing so.
I'd better be going then. Good night, Lily. Peace out.
Stay well, Hanako.
See you tomorrow.
With that, she walks to the door and quietly makes her exit. Silent. This seems to be happening more and more between Lily and me. Recently, after a few seconds, I finally find something to talk about.
Oh yeah, I talked to Muto on Friday and finally checked out some guides on colleges and how to apply for it. You see, in America, they have this thing called College Board, and it's fucking awful.
Oh god, don't even get me started.
See,
But
Lily,
here
you
in-
don't want to
but
take
here in
AP classes.
Nippon-
That's how they get there.
I actually don't know how applying for college works in Nippon.
Okay, hold on. Before we keep going, I'm gonna go get some water. I feel weirdly lightheaded right now, and I hope that might fix it, so I'm gonna just put us on a stream pause real quick, and I'll be back in a sec.
Alright, don't pass out going up the stairs.
Yeah, be careful.
So, now that we're gone.
Uh,
It definitely
Oh,
sounds
wait.
like noise is still happening on his end. I think it might be us.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
there's the delay.
Okay, so we are still live on the stream. We still make noise.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we have to keep the streak going.
Alright.
What would you
Yes.
do if one day you woke up and on your bedside was a tiny little pocket Hitler?
Pocket Hitler.
I would punch
Yeah,
him.
like he's like the size of he's like two thumbs stacked on top of each other, like that height.
I'd ask
Okay.
him if he found Agartha.
What response are you expecting?
I'm expecting... I think he'd just start screaming, but I don't speak German, so I don't understand.
His eyes would like roll back and blood would come out, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, that explains a lot."
He's dead, so I'd ask him what the afterlife is like.
What's hell like?
And he's like, "I don't know, I just got here."
Welcome back.
How many genders are there? I don't know. I
That
just
one
got
did
here.
too.
love that video.
I don't want to know what Hitler would say to that conversation. It feels rather self-explanatory, but
What? What conversation?
how Hitler would respond to how many genders are there?
Well, he was homophobic, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, that tracks. He'd probably say 2. Explicitly 2 and nothing more. Hell, he might even call women a different species. Depending on his stance on things.
I don't know. He had a what? That doesn't say to you at all. You can have.
That does not save anything.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate presumably had a wife at some point.
Steven Crowder just broke up with his.
Dude, that's the funniest thing. Oh my god.
I saw one. I saw one that was him like sitting in his board, like in front of his board, and it says, "My wife didn't leave me. Change my mind."
I saw one that was like hexagon, pentagon, septagon, octagon, I don't know, and then it says my wife is gone. Love that one. How do the gons go?
Fucking hell. Pentagon, hexagon,
That
septagon,
will work.
septagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon.
Bakugan.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bakugan. I don't know what the one for 11 is, but I know the next one is Decadon.
That's 10. I
Names
believe.
for, well, that was 12, no.
Deca? Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck, you're Dodecadon.
Oh.
What conversation
Build
are we
him a-
having right now?
We're talking
I
about
think
Hitler.
different shapes.
I forgot.
Like
We are talking about
20 is an icosahedron, which
Yeah,
makes
icosahedron.
yeah.
And so, dodecahedron is 12, yeah.
No, we're talking about just 2D shapes, so dodecadon. We couldn't remember the
Oh.
one for 11 though.
It'd be undecahedron, maybe?
I guess.
Well, I know, so it goes decillion, undecillion, and duodecillion. So I'm kind of just going off of those, but it is slightly different, so maybe it's a different one.
I'll look it up in the meantime. You guys
Yeah,
keep
probably,
going.
Probably a good idea.
You, mark someone googling something off the list.
I
'cause we
did
it for
that.
the salad.
That happened so long ago. Alright, let's take myself off break real quick.
Damn it! Piss off. Not you, sorry.
Okay.
Google is asking me if I'm a fucking robot. A hen decagon,
No.
or a undecagon, or a unidecagon,
Hey, I got the undecagons.
and then a 13-sided polygon is called a tri-sky decagon.
Of course.
Okay,
Very.
sure.
Completely simple.
That's good news. If you're going to be applying for colleges, I assume you have some idea in mind of what you might do in the future.
I think I want to cook methamphetamine.
Fuck!
I found
mean-
a science that really calls to me.
I think I want to be a middle school science teacher.
Hisao, why did you specify middle school?
I think it was actually high school, but I
It was
digress. I think I've settled on becoming a science teacher. It's going to take a while to get through university and everything to be qualified, but I think it'll be worth it.
The professor of poop, that's who I am.
Emotionally, it'll be worth it.
That was the most
Financially, it will
childish
not be
insult
worth
our
it.
entire cast has ever done.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What was the
what
last
did
Go
you
on.
say?
Go on, Caprese, tell your joke again.
Okay, hold on, everybody, silence. Kate, I don't think I could do this.
You got this. You've trained for this. You've done it before. You can do it again.
Holds finger to sky. Professor of poop, that's who I am.
What is that from?
I think it's like a vine or some shit. I don't know.
A shitologist. A shittyologist.
Anyways, Lily's face brightens considerably. I suppose, with her wish to become a teacher, she's delighted I take the same path. Take
Man,
the
you
same
guys are
kind of-
gonna be strapped for cash.
The right path. She's the fucking child of a big financial
Oh
conglomerate.
yeah, never mind. You're right.
We'll be set. I'll just never let her see the numbers in her bank account.
Oh, evil.
I'm getting a prenup, Hisao.
Bitch.
Darkest Dungeons.
Hold on,
moment.
hold on. I gotta make sure I use that word correctly.
Yeah, I'm not super sure what that means as well.
Darkest Dungeons moment.
Contract
Yep.
between two people that's created when they get married. It typically lists each person's assets, debts, and outlines how they'll be handled should the couple divorce later on. So it's basically for people who are more well. It's basically for people to protect their finances if they divorce later on.
Yeah,
So,
I kind of
yes.
feel like that's either they're very protective about their money or they're very distrustful of whoever they're marrying.
So I was using that correctly. That was definitely how I intended that to be used. So you've decided on a career of teaching. I think that path suits. Oh God. I think that path suits you most excellently, Hisao.
I smile and nod. This time, even I know she can't see me doing so. I know she feels it.
I imagine Muto would have taken the news well.
He actually tried to execute me and said there can only be one. That's one word for it. Hey, Lily.
Yes.
I know you want to be a teacher, but
For a second, I wonder whether I should really ask her the question on my mind. But that's quickly brushed aside by the fact that this is rather late to have second thoughts.
Surely you don't think. I don't wanna read. Surely you don't still think I'd be offended by something regarding my blindness.
Her accusing tone is betrayed by her grinning face, amused at my awkwardness in raising the topic. Some things never change.
good point, I guess. I was just thinking about whether or not being blind would be a hindrance, what with your ambitions to be a teacher and all.
She looks mildly surprised before giving the question some thought. I refuse to think she's never actually pondered this issue before.
I mean, you can't read the textbooks, you can't write on the board.
I wonder, Hisao, could you close your eyes for a moment?
Okay.
Raising an eyebrow, I do as she requests.
What if I close my eyes IRL?
Oh, now I get it.
Just shuts his eyes for 1 second.
Oh, this
my
is what
God,
it's
all
like.
so clear.
I never knew. I never knew you had it so bad. I have no idea what she has in mind, and my questions only increase as I peek out from one eye. It's a horse, and she just gets closer and closer. But taking the black ribbon she usually wears in her hair from the cabinet beside her bed, she advances towards me while running it through her fingers to remove any stray hairs remaining on the piece of cloth. I suddenly click on to her intentions as I feel my black strip make contact with my face, wrapping around my head and over my eyes.
What exactly is this for?
It's a little test, Hisao. Since you seem to be wondering, I'll let you see things as I do for a time.
I gotta just count my eyes closed.
Huh. So that's what this is about. To be honest, this actually sounds kind of fun. Childish and rather silly to anyone who would be watching, but a bit of silly fun never hurt anyone.
Ern is always watching.
I stand up with a heave, my hands quickly moving out in front of me to warn me of any obstacle.
Okay, now what?
Now, touch me.
Excuse me? That's my order.
Oh
If you
my
say so.
god, no, you thought of the same thing as me! God damn it, no!
Now then, we were talking about ghost stories earlier, so it's not too surprising.
I literally watched that clip. I was watching that clip as you joined the Discord call earlier.
Freeze.
I slowly make my way forwards, towards the sound of Lily's voice. My walking speed can barely even be called a shuffle, the entire experience feeling alien enough that I don't want to risk inadvertently tripping over anything, such as her table or her haphazard piles of... Something soft, yet solid, brushes against my left leg. Further inspection reveals it to be Lily's bed. I move onwards, finding myself thankful that Lily's room is so neat and tidy. Even the piles of books she has are generally generally kept close to the wall, well out of harm's way. The hard wall pressing against my outstretched hands becomes what makes me furrow my brow in frustration.
Hey, Lily, where are you?
What are you doing over there? I'm over here.
Lily's voice comes from the other side of the room, far from where it was before, even to my untrained ears. If she's going out of her way to avoid me reaching her, then is this just a game to her? Of course it is. Compared to a life where even the concept of sight is an abstract. Wait, hold on. Compared to a life where even the concept of sight is an abstract one, a few minutes in a blindfold are nothing. I guess she's made her point. She's more than capable of navigating her room, and further,
Okay.
Sorry. Didn't mean
I've
to
seen
do
how independent she is even compared to many of the others in Yamaku. Well, even if this is just a game, I may as well play it wholeheartedly.
Tackles her.
Ah! With a pace much quicker.
Quirkier?
So-
A quirked up white boy with a little bit of
In local
swag.
news,
Is he goaded with the sauce?
In local news, a quirked up white boy with a little bit of swag busted down sexual style. Is he goaded with the sauce?
With a pace much quicker than before, I moved towards the source of her voice, deftly sidestepping the table in the center of her room thanks to remembering its position.
I've got you now!
She gives an impish giggle, one just long enough to work out that she's passing just beside me. I quickly turn around to face the new direction. The table wasn't there before.
Ugh. It wasn't coming through.
Lisa, what the fuck? I slowly sit up next to the table, raising my blindfold as I rub my aching head. Give an irritated kick to the table that's sitting just in front of where I fell. Utterly pointless, but the thing deserved it.
Hisao?
Lily's standing just to my side, obviously unsure of what's befallen me.
Sorry, I kind of fell over.
Are you hurt?
My head hurts, but I think I'm okay. I think the table moved in order to trip me over.
This table.
This table.
Here.
This chair. This stool.
This object.
She giggles as she walks over and
abstract
takes.
representation of my frustrations.
Oh,
She giggles as she walks over and takes a seat beside me, her hand resting on my own.
I suppose that's the end of that, then.
I think so, for safety reasons. But I also think I get the point. Though I do wish it hadn't involved such a headache. I don't know how you hurt your head so damn bad.
Lily suddenly looks blank,
Point.
and I return an extraordinarily flat look.
That was just for fun?
I just thought it might ease you up a little about the subject. You always seem to tiptoe around it after all. In regard to teaching, sight isn't that important. There are plenty of classes taught by entirely blind teachers, and more than enough resources for me to learn the subject. It's as simple as that, really.
I slump my shoulders and give a snort of amusement.
Yeah, I understand. I guess we'll both just have to work hard to reach our goals then. What is it?
With a little hesitation, Lily pushes forward her chin and closes her eyes in an unmistakable gesture.
I'm gonna get jump scared by that same CG they always use.
Oh.
oh my god. This
I-
this
Wait a minute!
CGs.
What?
Wait.
To become one?
No.
To become one.
I'll go ahead and mark it off. To become one plays.
I accept gladly, our lips touching. As they do, our lips touching, as they do. I suddenly feel her hand snaking up my chest from underneath my t-shirt. The feeling of her hand against my bare skin is enough to make my heart suddenly accelerate.
Well, I think it's about time the mafiosos take over.
All right. So, she's in that kind of mood again.
I'll go ahead and mark
This is
off
also
that
the
one
to
as
tell.
well.
Tony Lozudo sends his regards.
Well, I'm hardly one to complain. She does genuinely like this, and even with all of my medications, my libido is thankfully still intact.
Much to Rin's dismay.
Can I mark off excessively horny Hisao yet? Have we gotten to that
Yeah,
point?
sure.
Yes.
Did you come up with that CD, or are you referencing something?
My bad. Hisao leans into the kiss further, holding her hand as Hisao feels it tracing the contours of his chest. Eventually, the two break off from one another. The room is silent, but for her breathing. Well, for their breathing. Hey, I'm honed.
Hey, Hisao. Yeah? I don't suppose you could wear the blindfold again.
Yet, her tentative suggestion takes Hisao by surprise. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, I suppose Lily wants to introduce Hisao to sex through her eyes as well. Or just wants to find out what Hisao will be like during the act while hampered by the blindfold. Regardless, it makes my job
Did Hisao
significantly
CD just switch to listening only?
Good job.
I can
CD.
guarantee you, CD. I can't honor. I did look through these scenes before, and I don't actually have to censor them.
Fish?
With a measure of unease, tempered by curiosity, Hisao does as Lily says and lowers the blindfold over his eyes. The world becomes dark for Hisao once again. Hisao reflexively tenses as he feels Lily's hand gently brush on the side of his face, entirely unable to anticipate her touch. Hisao really needs to get more used to contact like this. Even after the weeks they've been going out, it isn't as natural for him as it is for her. Silence.
Hey, Lily. Douche.
Hisao obediently follows Lily's instructions and quietly listen, trying to make out something, anything that's happening around Hisao. Compared to before, when Hisao was chasing Lily, the need to carefully navigate the room's obstacles now gone, Hisao can take his time and concentrate much harder on listening. It takes a while, but Hisao can eventually pick out the soft sound of her breathing in the otherwise dead, silent room. In, out. Measuring it against my own breathing, I realize it's definitely deeper than normal, especially for her. Another sound makes its way to Hisao's ear, one that he can't identify immediately.
Wait. If Shizune's narrating this scene,
What?
Oh,
I'm lost.
She's also wearing a blindfold.
She can feel the waves.
you can feel the waves.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Oh, I get it. now.
I was just waiting for you guys to get it.
Wait, what?
She's
Oh,
in it exactly.
Oh, we got a revving the engine as well.
Tony
Tony Lozudo says hello. Tony Lozudo. There we go.
Walter,
It's just such a good
Walter,
song.
take your dick out, Walter.
That's the wrong
I'm
voice.
gonna have sex with you right now, Walter.
Walter, why are your pants on, Walter?
Another sound makes its way onto Hisao's ears. One that he can't. I already said this. Hisao's heart skips a beat as he realizes the source, his hand almost reflectively reaching out towards it. Lily's face feels softer than usual under Hisao's touch, her head just barely turning in acknowledgement towards the fingers on her cheek.
Hisao.
Hisao gulps and takes a moment to try and calm down. Hisao needs all the concentration he can muster while he's like this in order to fully take in his surroundings. After a few deep breaths, Hisao thinks he's managed to collect himself. With a touch or so light that it wouldn't disturb a feather, Hisao starts to move his hand down her body.
Are we just gonna go through a full sex scene because we can't see anything?
And I can feel myself losing focus again. I'm sorry, Hisao can feel himself losing focus again. Me, I'm steadfast, I'm tight, I'm in. Thanks to those thin, silken pajamas of hers resting so perfectly over the curves of her body. If she's like this, then that means she has to be sitting against the bed and facing Hisao. Now, to continue. Alright, this must be her lip, or her hip. If Hisao just moves slowly downwards.
Oh my god, it's a vagina.
Holy shit.
God damn it.
Is that what they look like?
Cuttlefish?
Yeah, those are
Or the
Is that what
vagina.
No.
cuttlefish looks like?
Oh,
was not-
that's the joke. Okay.
They're a little funkle.
More. Hisao craves more.
What the
Jesus.
fuck? Oh shit.
Hisao can feel his chest tightening as he rocks back and forth frantically, both of them entirely taken with themselves. Nothing.
Oh my God.
Just unusual. Hisao just needs to take deeper breaths to steady himself. This feeling is just normal.
That doesn't sound normal.
Okay, it's not picking up at all.
No, I picked
This
up.
isn't. Hisao
Well-
can't. The pain is too much.
Oh my god.
Hold
Oh,
on, fuck. Yeah, it didn't pick it up. Here,
Oh.
give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
I just gotta real quickly turn off the sensitivity.
Uh-oh. Here it
It
goes.
sounds like it's like just falling. It sounds like we're in your pocket.
Wait, what?
It sounded like we were in your pocket. It was like you just go like something like that.
Weird. I'll have to go back and watch the stream.
It was funny.
Hisao stumbles backwards from Lily with unseemly haste, clumsily hitting the back of his foot against the table and falling to the ground with an unceremonious crash. And now that I have said that, you all need to go look at the GIF I'm posting in Leo's stead.
She's in a freaking discording this whole thing. Just like, oh, you'll never believe what they did next. Oh my god. That's not from like whatchamacallit, is it?
It's from Better Call Saul.
It is? I was gonna say. What happened?
I guess I'll find out when I watch Better Call Saul.
Hisao frantically scrapes at the ribbon over his eyes and lays on his back. He has to get this off, I guess. I guess he has to get this off.
I think we should probably switch back.
Yeah. Now the blindfold's off, we're back to normal.
Is that a fire extinguisher?
For a moment, everything goes blank. As the rush of newfound light assaults my eyes, my breathing slows from the brink of hyperventilation. Seconds pass, and I carefully measure out the rhythm of my heartbeats with every ounce of concentration I can muster. My heart is normal. It's back to normal. My body feels utterly bizarre as I lay dazed on the floor looking at the ceiling. The adrenaline from before is still pouring through my veins, but my mind is completely exhausted. I prop myself up as I hear Lily getting off the bed and coming towards me.
Oh yeah, she's still wearing her BJs.
Hisao, are you okay? Hisao?
That's a funny answer.
Fine, Lily. I'm fine. BJ's in your PJs.
You're so hot I almost died. She gives a sigh of relief, her word expression collapsing. Her face
Have any of
after...
you ever actually seen that poster?
What?
It's ice cream pajama night. Everyone bring pajamas and your favorite Ben & Jerry's ice cream. BJ's in your PJs.
No.
I have not.
What the fuck?
I'll see if I can find it in the meantime and post it in Leo's den.
Her face afterward is the very last I'd ever wanted to see from her. It's a face I detested when I first saw my parents in the hospital all those months ago. Pity. Lily pities me.
Stupid ass.
I just close my eyes and turn away, powerless. I feel like throwing up.
He throws up.
I can hear the sound of Lily moving away and quickly attending to herself, the ruffling of her clothing being pulled back on after a moment of searching just barely audible.
Sorry.
She slowly shakes her head as she finishes buttoning up her top. Her kind smile looks so fragile, so delicate, that it makes my heart sink. Approaching carefully, she feels out the edge of the low table before taking a seat next to me, putting her arms around my chest.
I'm sorry, Hisao. I shouldn't have pushed my desires onto you.
You don't need to apologize. I'd normally be fine. You've seen that much before. I guess I shouldn't have tried to push myself so far.
My eyelids feel heavy. Calmly sitting next to her like this is probably letting the adrenaline work itself out of my system, and letting my mind relax.
So that's why you never took the lead.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing you like to, huh?
The joke seems to lighten her expression a little, a fact which helps me feel less uneasy about my unreliable self. Lily's head comes to rest on my shoulder as I struggle to keep my eyes open. With more difficulty after each blink, I feel completely drained.
It's okay, Hisao. It's all okay.
No sooner does she say this than a small, quiet tune escapes her lips, entirely too tired to think. All I can do is listen to her soft humming. It's a soft, almost melancholic tune. It sounds familiar, but the more I try to remember its origin, the less I seem to be able to concentrate. The feeling and scent of her head gently resting on my shoulder and her warm body against my side are soothing. The soft humming of her voice, too, relaxes my mind as much as her warmth relaxes my muscles. This singular quiet moment, after all this fracas, makes me realize just how exhausted I've become.
This is the only route to use the word fracas, and it's been used like 4 times.
Well, that's how you know.
Word of the day,
there's different writers
calendar.
for each one.
That's all I'm saying.
I can feel my eyelids slowly becoming heavier and heavier. Even with the chaos of before, I wish this moment would last forever. Lily and I together, sharing a single, solitary occasion together, just as we used to. But if that's the case, why does she feel further away than she's ever felt before?
Jesus.
Cool. That sounds like a gunshot.
Do you intentionally do that to scare Yuko, Hisao? Actually, hold on. We should read just a little bit so we can get the Yuko bingo score.
The loud clatter of books falling into the return slot abruptly breaks the grip of silence over the school library. It's become a habit for me to come to the library at least once a week. Not only does the reading itself keep me busy, but discussing books with Hanako and Lily also does. Obviously startled, Yuko suddenly twists towards the direction of the noise. I'd have thought her used to people dropping books by now, since she does work here.
I forgot she's Italian.
What?
Am I doing it or are you doing it?
Oh. My voice
think
is
you
hurting a
got
little
it.
bit. Me?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I can.
If your voice is hurting, I can do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
wait,
please.
Creasy, you were a little sick. Are you doing all right?
Oh,
I'm,
Louise, up
hanging,
again.
Is it like, have you recovered?
I'm hanging in there, man.
I got
Oh,
that
no.
fucking
When did you
acid
get
I
sick?
possibly could first try. So
After prom.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You want me to take back over as narrator?
That's
If you
very
would.
It is 10:11. Do we want to keep going?
Sure. I'm fine with it at the very least.
Everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm fine.
Kane?
King,
I can
would
go.
you like? We can stop if you want.
Speak up,
Go
man.
for 10:30.
10:30.
All right.
I think that's enough.
Sounds good to me.
I am a
Line. It takes me a moment to respond, my mind still distracted by the familiar melody of Lily's humming that's hardly left my ears in the several days it's been since I fell asleep to it. Oh yeah, just returning some books I borrowed. She cast her eyes downward, presumably to the bin of books. The bin the books are dropped into.
You're a very heavy reader, aren't you?
It's become a bit of a routine now. Passes the time at least.
I wish I had night class.
From small talk to depression in less than 5 seconds. I think that's a new record for her. She seems a bit down in general today, even compared to normal. Considering she has to work 2 jobs just to support herself, I could see that would take a bit of a toll on her lifestyle. Come to think of it, the pay for her jobs here can't be all that bad. The idea of staff in such a prestigious private school going hungry strikes me as counterintuitive. Working 2 jobs probably takes a lot of time. I probably could never manage it.
You're lucky being a student. Do you think you'll be able to go to university?
If she's asking, then I guess that's the expected result of having this kind of education. Private schools like this don't exactly come cheap. I guess I have the money, I think. I've got plans which will require going to one, and my grades are good enough. It's more of a matter of how I'll pay to do so.
University got summer or 2% and paying for daily expenses, which makes it a lot hard. I got this. If you're reading this, probably means you do want to score, right?
Interesting logical jump. Not an altogether wrong one, though. I suppose so. I didn't find any of the exams very hard, aside from maybe 1 or 2. Do you mind if I ask what studies you're pursuing in university? Yuko appears to genuinely brighten at the question.
Oh, Jesus. Anthropology, okay. This is a hard one. This is a lot of 5-syllable words. Anthropology specializes in the history of classical American theory, civilization, and democracy.
Sound like you said American. She really seems to know her stuff. Such enthusiasm is to be admired, and it's nice to see her genuinely excited about something. I guess even somebody like Yuko can be happy if she has a visible road ahead of her. That's good to hear if you... Both of us jump at the sudden interruption coming from my pocket. Apologizing profusely and quickly shuffling into the hallway as I fumble with the cover of my mobile phone, I glance at the
Or
screen.
Yuko.
Weird. It's a mobile number I don't recognize. Considering I can count the number of people with my number on one hand, I really wonder whether that's some telemarketer that lucked out. Hello? Hisao Nakai speaking. I think it's Kenji.
Wait, could it be?
It's either Kenji or
not-
Misha.
Not many characters say G's.
Yeah. Jeez, pick up faster next time. Anyway, guess who?
Oh no, it's Misha.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Oh,
option 3.
What the who? I'm so confused.
Muto.
Muto.
It only takes me a second to recognize the distinctively deep, brusque voice.
What?
I kind of figured it was
Okay,
Misha when she said guess who, but
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
what I thought.
It's kind of on
Accidentally
us
piqued my mind.
for assuming that Misha would not have a deep, brusque voice due to how we've been voicing her.
yeah.
Good point.
We kind of walked
Does she
ourselves into
actually
that
have a
one,
deep
but
brusque voice,
That's
or
what it just said.
Or is she
Blush.
making her voice deeper so that Hisao can't recognize her?
Oh, probably.
So. Hey, Misha, didn't expect you to call me.
She can hit the top and the bottom of a.
What?
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 We've been
Jesus.
hoodwinked.
What the fuck? Huh? You actually think I sound like her? Not at all, Akira. I don't remember giving you my number though, so I thought I'd mess with you. Oh, that? I got Lily to give it to me. Hard. She positively brims with pride at the situation. She's trying to get me caught up in her pace. I know it. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that the two would share my number though, given how close they are. So, what's up? You free right now? I guess. Why? Could you meet me at the park in town? I just want to talk to you about some stuff.
Oh, we're doing this now?
What is
Is
this?
that an invitation on a date? What? Of course not, you fucking daft bastard! She sounds suddenly crestfallen, her previous teasing nature having instantaneously left. It seems strange for her. Anyways, I don't see why not. When do you want to meet? Kinda now-ish. Wait, right now? But it's... Dead silence suddenly coming from the phone announces the fact that she is unceremoniously hung up.
Guess we're skipping classes today, boys.
For a long time, I just stand there staring at the call-ended message on the screen while replaying the conversation in my head. What the hell, Akira?
You know, I can't remember, but it might actually be Yuko's last scene. I mean, there's a chance we'll see her again because we're going to do the bad endings and such, but...
Yuko's last scene. She dies.
She dies after this.
She spoke so fast she hit the end of her life before
Hey.
anyone else.
I just tapped it.
Time different.
Throwing a glance up and down the street, I cross the road and step into the park. I imagine that Yuko's heart is always beating at like 200 BPM,
Like a squirrel.
like a
She's
hummingbird.
just got an IV of coffee.
Also exactly like a hummingbird. If you pick her up by the head, the rest of her body just kind of dangles perfectly.
Wait, what?
I gently opened the door.
I learned to pace myself, on such walks, mostly because Lily's slower speed during our forays into town means I have to consciously slow myself down. That aside, I hope Akira didn't expect me to be immediately prompt.
Yo, is that bear?
Yes.
I was gonna
It
say,
takes
I
only a
should
couple
pull
of seconds
CG.
to spot her, waiting on a bench with a can of beer in her hand.
Oh god, which track
She's
is
based.
this?
She's sipping Sapporo Classic.
Classic beer.
Breathlessly? No, that can't be. It can't be breathlessly. Nocturne. God, why?
Never will we get it right.
I don't know why I always get. Why do I get Nocturne wrong specifically? Like it's a consistent issue.
Because it's like, I don't know.
Anyways,
the
that is a
only song
bingo
that's
squares. We'll go ahead and
something else.
do it. Also, I've totally already been on the wrong tab so far, so can mark that one off.
Gentlemen, I just really want to quickly say they drew Akira hot in this scene.
Yeah.
Akira.
The shoot is a good fit.
She's a Sapporo. She's
My
drinking
God.
Sapporo Classic. She's a bro girl. She's a Majima fan. It's great.
A what fan?
Yakuza.
Oh, CD. I don't use the the Katawa Shoujo YouTube videos because I have the soundtrack downloaded on my phone.
Yeah, you can download the official one if you're willing to put in the effort.
It's not that much.
I have it on my... It's not, no. I have them linked to my Spotify off my PC so I can show people when I'm listening.
We did read that. Did we read this?
Yes.
Ah, hell, that's a freaking bingo square too. I don't think.
Ah, hell.
I've
what
been trying
the
to go
hell?
a single stream without saying "Did you read that?" and it hasn't worked so far.
Not surprising.
To be fair, it took a
The
while
little-
this time.
The look she gives me as I walk up lacks any hint of acknowledgement or greeting. What's with that look? I needn't have come, you know. I knew you would. You're that kind of person, after all. I lower my brow at her remark as she disposes of the can, emptied by the time I arrived, and a metallic clatter rings out. Akira takes a seat on the old wooden bench, and I follow her lead. She takes another can of beer from beside her and opens it before speaking, taking a large gulp. She seems to really like that stuff. I suppose I don't need to ask what this is about, or rather who it's about. I heard from Lily that you asked about our family. They share more than phone numbers, that's for sure. I'd probably be very worried right now if it wasn't for the total lack of malice in her voice. Rather, her tone sounds almost wistful. Adult curiosity, mostly. I have to admit, I'd never have guessed you two were half Scottish. She gives a wry chuckle of amusement. I've heard that before, trust me. The small smile falls from her face, her eyes looking ahead distantly. Aside from the occasional elderly couple talking as they slowly walk the meandering paths, and the odd aging car, it's pleasantly quiet. She didn't tell you everything though, did she? It was pretty brief. Your parents live in Scotland, she hasn't met them since she was 12, and she wants to meet them again. It's always surprised me how devoted she is to our parents, for all the good they did us. The way she says it sounds almost derisive. She gives a small sigh as if to quickly brush the feelings away. Why do you think they left, Hisao? Why do I think they left? From what Lily told me, I guess it was because of work. I guess a pretty decently paying job was involved as well, given the way your parents seem to live. So Lily went to a private school, and that's why she carries herself with the airs and graces of the upper class. Yeah, since the business in Inverness boomed, our father decided to move directly to the same city as its headquarters. That's just the conclusion I thought you'd come to, though. You're too good-natured. You don't think they left for their career? I'm sitting here bitching to you about it. What do you think? Yamaka Academy. I always felt that place was kind of creepy. Like it was an isolated hideaway for those proper society doesn't want to see nor hear. They probably just knew the fact that Lily wasn't old enough to be shoved there by the time they left. A long silence follows her abrupt and very harsh criticism of her own parents, and Yamako. Lily's blindness is hardly something that can be simply ignored for a high-class family attempting to keep up appearances, much less so when a lucrative offer is on the table. Eventually, Akira gives a derisive snort, her feelings coming to a head. Moving to secure our financial future with his new job posting. Even at the time, I hardly believed it. Not wanting to simply be an avenue for her venting, I gently try to steer the discussion. So, you stayed in Japan with Lily then, huh? Either I stayed with her, or she went to live with an ailing grandmother and grandfather. What about Shizune's family? If you're cousins, then. Our fathers hate each other. I'd have been more than happy to tell them to go screw themselves and live with them anyway, but Lily wouldn't have wanted that. I'd also had an offer for a job by then, so we did our best to keep our parents' house in proper shape and tried to continue our lives as if they had never left. So, you just lived by yourselves? Basically, Lily had school and I had my job, so we weren't exactly languishing. With her school and her study and her having to do chores while I worked, though, I can't help feeling like I failed her in the end. I tried to be here for her. I tried to be there for her and screwed it up. Expecting a 19-year-old to be a mother for a blind child, it's ridiculous. So Akira is 7 years older than Lily. So Lily and Akira lived alone after their parents moved, with Lily largely taking care of herself. I guess that explains her apparent independence compared to many in Yamaku. I may have lived alone much of the time since my parents both worked, but that's just something else entirely. Sorry for making you listen to my moaning, Hisao. I don't mind at all, but do you mind if I ask why you're telling me all this? You were always curious. Context, I suppose. Life isn't a fairy tale, Hisao. Some people have to learn that the hard way.
I just want to point out.
It's called context, yes. Mine.
Oh.
She takes a long drink from the can in her hand, her face becoming more depressed than distant. I broke up with my boyfriend a few days ago. After I leave, we're not going to be able to see each other again. But that's how life is.
Oh no.
You can't just set up your life and expect it to stay that way forever. Sometimes stuff happens that you have to roll with, even if it means hurting yourself or others. She takes a long breath before looking up at the bright orange sky. Damn, if I smoked, I could have a nice long drag right about now and look kind of cool.
Mm.
I want to
Like
respond.
I said, candy canes.
I mean, Akira looks pretty cool. To help her in whatever way I can, but I feel utterly useless. This kind of situation is one I've never been in, and I simply don't have the experience to say anything meaningful to comfort her. Comfort Akira.
Don't you fucking dare.
Akira looks over and evidently picks up on this, much to my embarrassment. I must look pretty pathetic right now, whining about this to someone I barely know. Hardly. And I'm pretty much an expert on looking pathetic.
Damn right.
She gives a chuckle, the act
It's
feeling like a
recognized.
personal victory for me. You're a good kid, Hisao. When I said that I approved of you being with my sister, I wasn't joking or just being nice. She picks herself up off the seat with a grunt, one that seems ill-fitting given her age, and throws the now empty can into the bin after one last swig. It's just unfortunate that doesn't really count for much in this world. When I said that I was leaving for Scotland, I was doing it because a good position opened up in our company's headquarters. When our folks told me that we were at their place, though, they also gave Lily a summon to rejoin them in Inverness. No way. Her evasiveness when I asked about her future, that awkwardness that had steadily grown between us, that uncharacteristic outburst of anger, all of them suddenly fit into place.
What's this song?
Shadow of the
Painful
Truth.
memory. Painful history.
I got it! I got it, guys! I did it! I actually got one!
Let's go.
The same family that she reminisced about after Hanako's birthday party. The same family that left her and Akira to themselves after taking flight to greener pastures. Now I feel stupid for never cornering Lily on what was bugging her, and never even considered if something had happened during her trip to her family's home at Inverness. And now, a sense of unease grows in my chest. If her family has summoned her to join them in Scotland, all the way on the other side of the earth, has she accepted? Lily hasn't told me whether she plans to accept, and it seems she hasn't told you either. That's why I called you down here to talk, Hisao.
I think this is one of the best uses of Shadow of the Truth in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Context, Tom. I sit back, my feelings of worry and frustration no doubt written all over my face. Lily's a strong person, Hisao, but she's not infallible. I guess it's my job to worry about her, being her older sister, but I think that you deserve to know. I understand. You okay? You sound depressed. No, I'm just thinking. That's good. Thinking is good. Being rash won't get you anywhere. She looks at her watch, barely moving her wrist. I've got to go. Will you be okay? I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll have a talk to Lily about it and get everything sorted out. She gives a smile, but it doesn't feel all that genuine or sincere. Really, both of us are dancing around the fact that Lily's on the precipice of the biggest decision of her life, and is trying to take the entire burden on herself. And part of that burden is the matter of our relationship. By the time I look up, Akira's already walking off with her hand held up. For the first time in a long while, I finally have an answer to something. Perhaps not even that, but at least I now have the right question to ask. Will you leave or stay?
Should I
If I
stay or
stay,
should I go?
would I go now?
Oh my god.
If I
Wow.
stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there will be double.
It's like the
Somebody gotta let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. I gotta say, and I kind of forgot about it. That I remember that being one of my favorite scenes in the game the first time I played it.
It is a very good scene.
I definitely, yep, CD, very agree. The writing I think was a lot tighter in that scene as well.
And just he's out all over the place.
It just he's out all over the place. Oh boy. Alright, well, it is now 10:30, and oddly enough, we actually went basically exactly as far as we said we were going to do.
Wow.
Oddly enough.
How many scenes do we have left?
4. So we got
Wow.
I was a little worried because I thought we were gonna stop after the last scene. Because I was like, oh boy, we didn't even make it through the number of scenes we were supposed to today.
Well,
But
it was
yeah,
only.
Yeah,
yeah, that
it kind of was.
I managed to crack out a scene which was basically me talking to myself in like 17 minutes.
Yeah.
what a
I barely
surprise
fucking
when
on
it's
this
just
still
Marat,
distracted.
we get things done.
Proficiency.
See, the next stream will not be the last because we intend to go back and do the neutral and bad ending.
It will be the
Correctamundo,
last for
Fonzie.
Lily's route, presumably, because we only have 4 scenes left.
Presumably. Anyway, should we end the stream?
Yes, we
Yeah.
should.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you gotta run. Probably.
I don't. I have nothing to do.
Oh,
I
never mind.
need to pee.
You want to get to sleep? Maybe.
Good
I
night.
don't care.
Oh,
It's
oh,
like
never mind. Kane's
night-
gotta run.
night,
Anyways,
Breeze.
bye lads. Bye CD.
sayonara.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Ciao!
You think I care?